all of my nerves, too thirsty to check me. I'm sorry, baby, why you gotta leave me on? Had to drop a bag on her home when she gone. But I'm running with one click, yeah, they got me till I fall. Come paying it for bags worth more than your love. Yeah, yeah. Feel my moment, yeah, yeah. I'm the chosen, yeah, yeah. I'm the one inside.
In the stew, I got a spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid. I can't stop, I've been different, always knew this. Trying to turn them Bordens into Benjis, needing blue strips. Oh,
Henny got me wasted. You done cut the Yola, I can taste it. Biting on my swag, you niggas pussy tryna trace it. I don't need your love, I took a perk and I replaced it. I'ma keep on going till my mama said I made it. Black and yellow, white, I got thotties different races. Did my dirt, I had a mask, I'm moving faceless. I got 12 plotting on me, but no cases. Running from my demons, lacing on my A6. I don't do that fake shit, nah. The way they treat me, they act like I'm feeling them. So I got a script, I was just trying to feel something. Now I'm alone, you don't care, and
in
I
the stew,
feel
I got a
numb.
spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid. I can't stop, I've been different, always knew this. Trying to turn them Bordens into Benjis, needing blue strips. Oh,
We aren't better because we want to be. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. All the do-gooders in the world, whether they're doing good for others or doing it for themselves, are troublemakers. We white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, British, German, American, have been on a rampage for the past 100 or more years to improve the world. We have given the benefits of our culture, our religion, our technology to everybody. And we have insisted that they receive the benefits of our culture, even our political style, our democracy. You had better be Democrat, or we'll shoot you. And having conferred these blessings all over the place, we wonder why everybody hates us. Because sometimes doing good to others, and even doing good to oneself, is amazingly destructive. Because it's full of conceit. How do you know what's good for other people? We can change society. We can get enormous enthusiasm going out of the idea that there is a revolution afoot, and that this revolution is going to set everything to right. Do you know a revolution that ever set anything to right? Whether the revolution came from the left wing or from the right wing. When we have a great system, with great power to put it into effect, there is always more violence, more bloodshed, more trouble. Diabolical things are done in the name of righteousness. We don't change. We're doing the same thing today, but under different names. We can look back at those people and see how evil that was, but we can't see it in ourselves. So therefore, beware of virtue. We aren't better because we want to be. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Because all the do-gooders in the world, whether they're doing good for others or doing it for themselves, are troublemakers. Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosopher, said, the highest virtue is not virtue, and therefore really is virtue. But inferior virtue cannot let go of being virtue, and therefore is not virtue. All the do-gooders in the world, whether they're doing good for others or doing it for themselves, are troublemakers. We aren't better because we want to be.
She says that she loves me, she just wants to fuck me. Got me feeling something, got me feeling nothing. Alcoholic junkie, says she thinks I'm funny. Think I might get lucky, spending too much money. She says she wants my necklace, put her on the guest list. Hope I don't regret this, hope I don't regret this. I'm feeling hella reckless, cashing all my checks rich. Hickeys on my neck, shit, she's on the offensive. I do not know my set list, still I'm gonna get lit. Yeah, I have a death wish, live until I'm breathless. I'ma stay progressive, she gon' stay obsessive. Life is so expensive, do everything excessive. I think my brain's defective, yeah. Can't think when she's aggressive, yeah. She snuck into my section, yeah. You think I'd learn my lesson, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. She's sitting up in the front of the class, using that ass, she gonna pass. Keeping her pad and her pen in her lap. She been so bad with the men in her past. Now she just want the professor so bad. I'll give her lessons that she never had, like taking a freshman and teaching her math. I'll keep her guessing until she a grad. She always leaves them guessing, they don't know what's next, man. Learned it from the best, man. She loving every lesson, with hands-on sessions, points for attendance. She asks a lot of questions, I answer with my presence. I sit back while I'm texting, said she wants to get in, said she'll bring her best friend. Know what happened next, man. You know what happened next, man. Treat her like a guest, man. Rolling out the best, man. She had a confession, yeah. She wanna stay for a minute, she wanna play for a minute, she wanna slay for a minute, and now I'm all up in it. I'll be back in a minute, I'll be back in a minute, make a track in a minute, and now I'm all up in it. No sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah.
It was beautiful, yeah, together. Even though we planned forever. Days of dreams, nights of talks. It was only us together. The world was ours, nothing out of reach. Imagine where we could be. Our dreams is one, hope brighter than the sun. What could ever stop us? Then it all turned, I don't know why. Still to this day, I'm wondering why. Will we ever know? Will we ever get to understand what we both went through? Anyway, I'm thankful for the times I had with you. I just want to thank you for loving you. Your love made me love myself more. And I could never thank you, never thank you enough. I was down when you met me, but your smile wouldn't let me take down on myself, look down on myself. You told me I could, that I should, I would spread my wings and head for the sky. Then it all turned, I don't know why. Still to this day, I'm wondering why. Will we ever know? Will we ever get to understand what we both went through. Anyway, I'm thankful for the times I had with you. I just want to thank you for loving you. Your love made me love myself more. And I could never thank you enough. You said some things you didn't mean. I'm sure I did that too. Oh, baby. Egos clashing, dreams crashing. Whatever happened to me and you? From lovers to strangers, when everything changes. Oh, baby. When we tear out the pages and only one word is left. Please let just be quiet until the next riot. Just give us some time for the wounds to heal. What is broken is broken. Let's just leave it for now. We need some perspective just to understand how. What is broken for now. What is broken for now. I think we both need to grow so that we need not to know. Maybe doubt, maybe ask, maybe understand at last. From knowing to asking, from tearing to building, from thinking to feeling, from hurting to healing. Please let's just be quiet and let the silence speak. Oh, baby. Just give us some time for the wounds to heal. What is broken is broken. Let's just leave it for now. We need some perspective just to understand how. What is broken for now. But maybe tomorrow we will know how. Yes, maybe tomorrow we will know how. Oh, maybe tomorrow we will know how.
I took people's drop boxes. I was like, are you a conservative, ma'am? And like an old lady would be like, yeah, I'm a conservative. And I would fucking deck her, take her ballot and just rip it apart right in front of her face. I was like, you, you're not allowed to vote this way in California. That's right, bitch. got a funny one for you. Okay, here, look at this.
With what we were seeing in the polling data going into this election about what people cared about and the order in which they ranked it. So we have had a lot of questions throughout this time about new voters, people that hadn't been in there before that were perhaps not getting captured by the polling. So maybe this is a sign that we're going to see a little bit more of that tonight than we
Watch
expected.
this.
We obviously don't know yet. And you know what's missing from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 5 issues? Democracy.
Do not come. Do not come.
Okay, this is the most disappointing video I've ever seen. She literally attacked the two things that I like.
Hi. Hello. What's up, internet? How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well out there in the ether. I'm so late. My hair is a mess. I am a mess. I have to do my nails. So I figured it'd be a good time to watch Leftovers and Dark History. Yeah. I don't have much going on, personally. It's finally, like, getting nice. So, I love that for me. Finally, getting some sun. You probably can't tell. No, I still look very pale. I'll get a tan one of these days.
Don't like me, well I'm on the road. I speak, chase, that's what I love. Can't see what I
Back when my hair is always fucked up. Like, what's going on back there? Like, I can't even tell. It's just like whack. I don't know what to do about that. Huh. That's the thing about having long hair. I can only be sure that it looks good in the front. It's annoying. Okay. I still have to file my nails and shit, so let's get into it, shall we? Looks like they were talking about the Trump arrest and stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, dude, why do you keep doing that? Why do you kill the music when we come out?
I think you know what? I know why. It's a mistake from when we did the live feed last week.
It's like the energy just
Mar-a-Lago.
dies in the room.
Bro, lay off my man Dan. You know
I'm
what's, he's really sad. The president is the real American president is under fire by the corrupt district attorney Alvin Bragg in New York. I mean,
we don't say his name.
Yeah.
That's
We are all domestic terrorists.
Honestly, I thought we were all domestic terrorists on this broadcast. I thought our fandom, you know, the real MAGA heads, I thought we had a momentum going, and this week showed me that there is no momentum behind the MAGA movement. There was like more anti-Trump people protesting outside of the DA's office to, like, I guess, arrest him more than there were MAGA people defending him.
They took the fattest L's all week, nonstop. The whole conservative MAGA movement in Iowa, was it?
No, Wisconsin Supreme Court elections happened.
Narrowly won, and boy, this was a big one because that state Republican
That
party
state is gerrymandered to hell.
Freaks, dude.
That state is gerrymandered to hell. There's a majority of Democrats in the state, but like Democrats will win like 60% of the vote.
Right.
And then the state legislature is like literally like 85% Republican.
Right.
It's the most insane thing.
Well,
but things like that could potentially be dealt with by way of the Supreme Court, which was originally a conservative majority, and now there will be a liberal majority. So that was a big dub in Wisconsin.
Where was it? Where
Brandon Johnson, a Chicago Teachers Union socialist, won the mayor of Chicago.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge.
Love that. We love to see that. Also, Ron DeSantis, he was exposed for grooming children this week.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh, I'm waiting on that.
I was just trying to
shoe
keep the
drop.
hype going.
I'm just
I wouldn't
waiting on
be
that shoe to
surprised, though.
drop. It would not be surprising.
Okay.
But remember, as MAGA Republicans, it's okay when we do it. Okay? Remember, when a white guy does it, even an Italian one like Ron DeSantis, we'll allow it. As long as they're conservative, their grooming is fine. That's called traditional values, like child marriages, child brides. That's traditional values.
Yeah, I noticed it. So what the conservatives have been up to this week was passing a bill in I forget which state, which allows, I guess, teachers or I don't know who the fuck is volunteering for this to
Penis inspection day
to inspect children's genitals to ensure that
Ohio
there's no
did that,
trans
and now
people.
I think
Kansas.
I think it was Arkansas.
And I'm just curious.
Oh, it's just Kansas, not Arkansas.
You know, I'm just curious. So yeah, so they say we must ensure that there's no trans people participating in sports to ensure the fairness of middle school volleyball.
Don't Google it. It is Kansas. Kansas is a feckless, cowardly Democratic governor who vetoed this, and then of course they overrode that veto in the state legislature again. They have the numbers in both the House of Representatives and the state Senate. Don't look this number up. How many trans athletes exist in the state of Kansas?
I mean, it's got to be close to zero.
Just give me a number, any number.
Well, like, so when you say trans athlete, you mean professional athlete?
No, just from K through 12.
Just any person
up until the
who
collegiate level,
participates in sports,
which is what this
trans.
bill. Yes, this bill pertains to penis inspection days and vagina inspection days for literally children, like all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade. So in that regard, I see you typing. Ethan, don't type.
No.
Oh yeah, you're asking something else, but regardless,
gosh, I don't know. So, I mean, that's a huge swath of people.
That's a big
I mean,
number.
what? Maybe I don't know. Less
it's
than
106,000. I'll tell you the actual number. 106,000 students, I think, or it might even be more than that, that are participating in athletic competitions in the state of Kansas.
That's all the whole pool.
That's the entire pool of people competing in athletic competition.
It's got to be less than 50 then.
50.
Less than. Well, I keep saying you're not giving it to me. I say 5.
Would you be shocked if I told you it was 10?
No, not at all. I said 5.
Well, guess what? I was lying. It's actually 2. I was lying again. It was
I mean, I feel
3.
like I won this game.
It was actually 3, and 2 of them are graduating this year, so it only leaves 1 trans girl in the state of Kansas that they're doing the penis inspection day shit
So there's
for.
going to be like dudes just, hey, bring those genitals over here, little lady.
Exactly. You're going to have cis girls like that are fucking dominating, I guess, in some field, right? It'll be like the swim meet or whatever. And you're going to have the perverted fathers waiting outside being like, that team, they got them trans in that team. I want to check their vaginas. Like,
Yes.
that's literally what they're
So
going to do.
what's so fucking disgusting and cowardly and perverse? I mean, obviously on face value, it is all that. But in the meantime, last week, they are talking about protecting children from gay and trans predators. While, by the way, this is the guy who's spearheaded this to inspect trans genitals. Who's volunteering? Is it him?
Yeah.
Who's volunteering for that job? I would like to know their name and their and their place of birth, and also I would like to know their criminal history.
It's very interesting.
Jared from Subway, is he the inspector?
It's very interesting that you mentioned that because I looked through the bill. I read the bill, and I couldn't find a single area in the bill that talked about like potentially having a medical professional do it. They talk more about like stopping the harm. And when I thought harm, I was like, oh, like they're trying to at least like soften the blow by, writing extensively about like medical professionals that will potentially do this like a physical or whatever. Nope. They meant harm as in like having a 12-year-old trans girl compete in a swim meet. That's the harm that they're trying to eliminate.
We must maintain the competitive, sacred competitiveness of middle school swim meets.
Yeah.
And therefore, I volunteer to inspect. Also, it doesn't even have to be a trans person. It could be anyone they suspect of.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
So it can be, hey, little boy, you looking a little trans now.
The kids used to come up and reach in the pool.
Let me take a look at that little penis of yours. Make sure you ain't trans or nothing like that.
That's my point. This is what
the
a lot
bill
of people
says they can do that.
This is what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people do not understand this reality that like there aren't that many trans people on the planet in general. Okay, there are significantly more cis athletes competing in these athletic competitions. This just allows psychotic, oftentimes maybe pedophilic parents to harass your daughters, harass your sons for the crime of competing well. Have fun with that, Kansas.
This is the Kansas House Speaker Daniel Hawkins, who just passed the new anti-LGBTQ bill. I'm sure that this bill will not be exploited by anybody.
No, definitely not. It's exploit free.
It will not. Well, I think the whole thing is exploit. I don't think it can be used at all. Is it legal? Like, can you make a law that says kids have to show you their junk? Like, is that even a law that you can make?
I mean, I think it would be like a Fourth Amendment violation.
Right.
But also like, this guy seems real horny.
This guy wants to see your kids' genitals.
Fourth Amendment, like unlawful search and seizure, erosion of privacy of a minor, child predation, but then like one really horny Republican state senator or state legislator. I mean,
hey, little lady,
mad.
You looking a little bit trans over there. Let me come take a look now. Oh, nope, she's okay. She's just a normal girl. All right, who's next? Oh, come on over here now, little trans-looking boy.
Yeah, no, they're just,
Meanwhile, by the way,
he just looks like the type of dude who's upset that like the Archdiocese of Baltimore got too much action. You know what I mean? He's like,
he's jealous.
Why is it that only Why is it that only them Catholic priests in archdiocese are having all the fun with the young men and young women? I think we should also get in on this piece of action.
Don't get me started with the church music, Zach.
Yeah, don't.
What I'm, of course, referencing is the Archdiocese of Baltimore. There was like a 498-page investigation that recently concluded that the Maryland Attorney General found that the Baltimore Catholic Church was just doing rampant child predation. Shocking.
So this was coming out at the same time, right? And I can't emphasize just enough how the conservatives they're out here trying to prevent kids from being preyed upon. And I didn't see any one of them talking about this massive cover-up in Maryland. Just another and a long list of them. More than 50 Catholic priests and other associates of the Archdiocese of Baltimore sexually abused over 600 children.
Bro, it's like...
And often escaped accountability.
If you don't sexually abuse a child, they like make fun of you. They're like, this guy doesn't even want to fucking... doesn't want to abuse children.
Dude,
What's wrong
I got
with you?
straight up canceled for saying a few years ago that the Catholic Church is basically as close to like sanctioned like pedophiles. Like it's like an organization of pedophiles for pedophiles. And listen, here it is again, 150 priests in the state. That's a whole organized effort to fuck kids. 600 of them, dude, and often escaped accountability. This is like, you know what the Catholic Church is? And you know what? You're going to get mad at me, and that's fine. The church did this to themselves. I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't touch any goddamn kids. I'll tell you what.
Have you ever
The
seen...
church is a pedophilia... They are pedophilia first, and then they do like some God and community service second. That's like... But like, the point is so that we can fuck kids... Right, but then the secondary is so that we can like make it look like we're not just here to fuck kids.
Yeah, but also
that's the Catholic Church.
But also, trans people exist. My counter to you is that like there are trans people out there who are wearing programmer socks and playing Hearts of Iron. So that's pretty terrifying as a proposition.
I'm curious. So this was, let's see, the report paints a damning picture of the Archdiocese, which is the oldest Roman Catholic diocese in the country. Some parishes, schools, and congregations had more than one abuser at the same time.
So what's up?
Let that sink in,
bro.
dude.
They weren't even like spreading territorially. They were just like. So what happens is they're just like when one is like abusing a child, the other one's like, yo, chill, bro. This is my fucking turf. Like,
no, they like
I'm the
share.
one.
No, they strategize.
Look out.
No, fucking straight up, dude. They are working together to make this more enterprising for them. There was this huge, the last one that came out. Which state was that in? With like the massive one, with a similar thing with just.
You might be thinking of Massachusetts. I mean, there's been several though.
So there was another one where there was multiple priests and other associates. They would mark the fucking choir boys or whatever, the church boys, with special jewelry so that the other predators knew that they were easy prey, that they had already been groomed. They gave them a special gold cross.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all cannot fucking tell me shit about pedophiles being anywhere else.
It was Pennsylvania.
You cannot fucking tell me a goddamn thing about abusers being anywhere else in society when y'all sending your kids to church every Sunday.
They're getting molested and they have to live in Pennsylvania. That's like fucking so terrible.
It's the Holy Spirit.
It's just that was 300 priests. This one is, well, actually, yeah, this one's 150, so shout out.
Yeah, weak numbers from Maryland.
Step it up. Well, Maryland's a pretty small state there.
Maryland's like, we got to get these numbers up.
Per capita,
boys,
that might be...
Pennsylvania's cooking us with child molestation.
Bro, fuck the Catholic Church.
Anyway, so yeah, interesting, eventful week so far. We got a lot going on. I see you wearing a very interesting shirt.
Oh,
Ethan.
Well done.
It's hard to move past the hypocrisy of this.
Yeah.
Like there's actually child predators, and they want to talk about the one trans girl so we can look at their dick. Dude, they're all predators.
Yeah. Well, regardless.
Anyway, yeah, Godzilla.
Yeah, I see you wearing this Godzilla drop,
There's-
which is,
Thanks, bro.
you know, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but they call me Godzilla in Japan.
I knew you would like that. I knew you would like
I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like.
Oh my god, is Godzilla in the building right now? The audio's trash. Is he on top of the building? Bro.
Like, I didn't even know this drop was coming out. You didn't even tell me.
Oh, do you-
And, like, I'm kind of like the ambassador.
Well, here, tell me what you like. So, this just came out just at 10 a.m. This is my fave.
If I,
How is no one
I'm just
listening?
gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I don't often, use terminology like this. If I don't get
Okay.
the Godzilla, the bowling T-shirt,
The camp shirt. This one's amazing. I wore it yesterday.
yeah. If
So
I don't
nice.
get that shirt,
Okay.
I'm quitting this podcast.
All right. Okay.
Amazing.
Who's it? Can you someone run that message down to?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, Lena, you're here.
yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I don't need a triple XL. Triple XL might be too big. I'll test it. I'll test the waters with a double XL because I've been getting too skinny.
Okay. I wore the XL yesterday, and it was. Yeah, I think the 2XL might be okay for you.
Yeah, because the triple XL was a little too big. The baggy poplin pants look sick too. I don't know what's
Oh,
going
there's
on.
one
there.
remaining. Love.
No,
Like
not
one-
that T-shirt.
Really?
I'm talking
no,
about.
I got robbed. There's no remaining.
I just clicked it. It says one remaining.
Try to add it.
I got it.
Hold on.
Maybe one got canceled. A order got canceled or something.
Right.
Sorry.
I like the gray. I like the gray poplin pants.
But you don't have to buy it. Just tell. I mean, it'll get sold out first, but someone could grab it. The gray pants. Which one are we talking about? Pants?
Yeah, dude, this bike jersey looks.
Oh,
sick
this
too,
one?
God damn it.
The baggy poppin' pants.
Those are
Yeah,
sick.
and I want the button-up shirt.
Oh hell yeah.
What size for those?
The button-up shirt, I'd like a triple XL if possible. But wait, what is this one? I wear this too much, Ethan.
Wait, which button-up shirt? Now I'm confused. Oh, this
The
one.
blue one.
Okay.
So this one's a triple XL, but you guys are triple XL sold out. I mean, I'll try it on. I'll try the double XL on for the blue shirt.
This one seems a little oversized, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not. It's usually.
How
the
did
arm.
3XL sell out? That's crazy. They're like.
I don't know.
focused on-
You gotta. There's people out there in the fucking Teddy Fresh fandom that's they have it out for me, and I don't
So,
like that.
Do you want this cool ass biker jersey?
Dude, it looks fucking sick.
It is sick.
Yeah, I want it.
Oh wait, no, it's only an XL.
No, that's fine. That's supposed to be super form fitting. It's a biker jersey.
Oh, okay. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if is this a women's tee? Yeah, we might have downstairs.
Yeah, I'll check for that.
This is my fave shirt. This shirt is so sick, dude. So fucking dope. I was gonna wear it again, but I was like, I can't be walking around the same shirt all the time.
Yeah, no, it's sick. Oh my god, that fire tie too. Yo, throw that fire tie in there too.
The tie? Oh, it's sold out. Fuck.
Bro. No, not that one. The fire
Oh, the
tie.
fire tie. The fire tie.
Wow.
This one.
Yeah.
You got that, Lena?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't have any ties. Like I've been wearing more suits lately. Every time I what do you call it? Every time Trump gets like arraigned,
Oh yeah, I've seen
I
that.
just wear a suit
I love that for
to
you.
celebrate it. You know, the whole like at my wedding, I'm wearing pajama pants, but at Trump's arraignment, I'm wearing a suit. That kind of
That's
shit.
everything to me.
And honestly, I realize like I have to wear bolos all the time because I just don't own any ties.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
You have a badass flame tie.
Yeah.
This is also one of my faves. Just really nice. Yeah, so Godzilla, that was fun.
Bro,
So-
throw that in there, triple XL.
You got that, Lena?
Yes, and then for the
I
baggy
saw-
pants, what size?
For the what?
The baggy pants.
Oh, the largest one.
Aren't these
Gray.
not women's? Are they unisex? Oh, it's all unisex. Okay, what do I know?
I'll try them on too to see if they're like actually baggy on me.
It says XL to 2XL. That's a big spread, boy. Okay, there it goes. So thank you. So guys, teddyfresh.com. Godzilla collection is up now. It's so fun. It's so great. We love me some Godzilla.
All about the respect.
But yeah, I've become a dirty outfit repeater. Like I'm constantly wearing the Teddy Fresh black denim tee or the black denim shirt.
I'm glad you like it, man. That makes me all very happy. All right, so we have so much to get to. Let's see. Oh, I got to update. No button for a moment. Had to turn it off. Wait, what button? Oh.
I love that they have to.
I don't have a button?
What button? Yeah, you're free balling right now. Be careful.
I thought you were updating about something about the clothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no button. Okay. Fuck. Did that do anything?
No.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't break the stream.
Yes.
Speaking of breaking the stream, how about breaking out of prison, Andrew Tate? That's such a bad segue. I don't know why I'm doing this.
No, it's a good segue.
Whatever.
Better than most of our segues.
Andrew Tate's out of prison, and of course, what is he doing with his newfound freedom? He's posting thirst traps like a goddamn thotty.
Oh, this is the gayest video ever.
Okay, first of all, I just gotta say, well, that is, of course, a constant. Like, there is something very, I guess, soy or whatever about the way Andrew Tate carries himself, if you want to call it that. I don't know. He is very zesty, but there's nothing more godly and godlike and enlightened than getting out of prison and then immediately retweeting and like posting shirtless selfies as you're smoking a cigar, and then talking about how your enemies are gay.
So wait, this was a fan edit that he retweeted. And
Yeah.
I watched this and I was like,
I have yet to see this, so I'm very excited.
I was like, bro, this almost seems like this is like straight up gay pornography. I mean, it really is, and that's just, I don't know.
When I was in jail, I did
Watch this.
7,417 push-ups.
Oh, I love the numerology in the Quran is my favorite type of shit from like my Turkey days. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, that's so dumb. It's one of the dumbest things. It's my favorite. It's like, what did that surah say? I don't even know. They just kind of pointed to it.
I don't know anything
All
about
will be
anything.
revealed.
I don't know nothing about nobody.
Is a prison house for a believer.
What?
And a
Ready?
paradise
Oh yeah, he included both of us. And my fat ass eating a hamburger or something.
Have you never done
All right,
drag?
What?
I'm surprised you've never done drag. Have you?
I
I'm
have
sure you
definitely.
have.
Oh, I went all
They
out
just haven't
drag.
found it yet. That's why they always put
Well,
you
then I'm
like
fat.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fat.
Oh,
and you're gay.
They've found
Yeah, I've done drag. The funniest thing is like I look so fucking good. Like every time they post every time they post a photo, there's like 2 different photos or 3 photos of me on 3 separate occasions. One is like
They could have gone for me.
oh you're giving it to them now.
They couldn't even take the bait on that one.
Yeah.
They know I look good.
The thing
That's
is
what I'm
like
saying. They found
I
it. They
look
just
so
ain't talking about it.
like in that video that they show, I look so fucking brolic. Like I love that one. Whenever they post it, I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you
I look fucking yoked.
Look at the
dude.
size of those
Yeah.
shoulders, bro.
Look at those Magumbos, dude. I mean, I got.
All right, well,
fucking-
hold on, dude.
I got some Nancy Pelosi's on me. Okay. Stop playing, dude.
Oh,
See
this-
those titties? You're like, those are suckable. Okay.
Okay, I'm wearing the gloves. This is from when I went to Hot Ones and ate the world's hottest hamburger. Like, why pull that one? Anyone could have done that. But okay,
I think they're just like they were like Ethan Klein eating like.
that's it. That's
to,
all you
to
need.
make like.
That's all you need.
But like
So-
you
but
can't even tell
anyway,
anything. You don't even like you look good in that. You don't look fat in that. Like you know what I mean? You're just biting into a hamburger. At this point, they're not even
Everybody
trying.
knows that
Yeah.
I'm the fat guy.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty epic. Actually.
Damn, is that you?
Yeah, that was frenemies, man.
Holy shit.
I know, brother.
Bro, you look like you'd be a barb working at Sephora.
I look like a straight fuck doll.
You look hot.
Thank you, bro.
You look sexy.
A lot of people were feeling it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, okay, get your dicks out because this is when the compilation gets good.
This is
Dicks out, dicks out.
Oh, except for Tate.
Wait.
Oh.
Abs.
Oh, he's so
Exercise.
sexy.
Abs.
Oh,
Exercise.
God.
Abs. Exercising. Boxing. Abs. 7417.
Yeah, no, that's
That
So,
story is the
7-4
world is a prison for a believer and a paradise for the disbeliever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but what does that make? How does that make sense?
What's the relevancy
It's
to
a
this?
it's a paradise for the disbeliever.
It's saying you guys are the disbelievers, and he was in prison because he's a believer. He's showing you guys like having fun, I guess, and then he's a believer and he's in prison.
I believe it.
Well, that doesn't
Kind of
seem
an
like a
L,
good
isn't
deal.
it?
I know. I don't get that. It sounds like disbelief is
That's the way to go.
I'm all about it. Yeah, but
When I was in jail, I did 7,417 push-ups.
I can't. I love this whole.
You want to know what the fucking biggest cheat code is for guys? Straight up, is the beard. He grew the beard out, and like now you can't see how fucking chinless he is.
It's really wild.
And I saw people thirsting after him. When he does look good with the beard. I mean, he should definitely shave the head though. Like it's very obvious how bald he is.
The person who made this wants to fuck him. There's like no question about it. Like, why are you so obsessed with his abs?
Yeah, I mean,
like, what does that have to do with him being like innocent?
I think that's what. So,
He's
so
like, this man was accused of sex trafficking.
He's too
but
hot
check
to
out
do
his
crimes.
abs.
Yeah, the kid who made this living in like where would be like a good, not Turkey. I would say like this is maybe like a Gulf state kid, you know what I mean? Who's like been to England and stuff and loves traveling. Upper middle, wealthy, okay? He made this compilation because he himself is in a mind prison. That mind prison is that he has, these constant thoughts of wanting to suck and fuck Andrew Tate. That's why he's in a mind prison. We, on the other hand, are gay and therefore
Fat
free.
and gay.
Yeah, we're free. We're free to enjoy the world. That's what he's saying.
Yo, so I
You
heard
gay?
I heard about this clip, and I haven't seen it, and I'm so excited to watch this. This is interest both of us. Waka Flocka, friend of the show, Flocka went on Fresh and Fit, and he was so repulsed by them, he walked out. This sounds amazing.
Amazing.
So let's take
I
a
just
look.
want to say something.
Yeah.
Now that you are acknowledging the existence of Fresh and Fit,
Amazing.
the bald one is going to be doing like 3 a.m. gym sessions, thinking about us again.
He has never.
Have you
Wait,
ever
what
seen
the
those
fuck
posts?
is this title?
He said he
Hold
always.
the fucking phone. What is this title?
What do you mean?
Juicer Politics Ep. Trumpy Dumpy arrested. Civil War on the horizon. It is kind of a vibe, to be honest.
You like it?
I like it.
I was trying to get some feedback on the title this morning. Wasn't hearing anything, and then I threw this one out as a joke, and everybody liked it, so I just threw it on.
Okay, so I do like it, but I know that YouTube does not like gratuitous use of emojis. I like
Really?
it. Yeah.
Wait, really?
That's what I saw them say that. They says only use emojis only very, very slightly.
YouTube also keeps like
don't like it.
YouTube also keeps like age restricting all my fucking content because they say suck my dick or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, this is nudity language.
Our
Age
our
restricting?
TikTok got banned again. Our podcast.
Nice.
Is yours still up?
I don't know. I think like Austinox's been too busy working for the whole town, that little slut. So he
is
hasn't really
good.
been uploading.
He is good, man.
He hasn't
is
really been
good.
uploading any fucking TikToks lately.
So that's a problem.
Is our home.
And that's why socialism doesn't work, bro. Because you're giving him like a cut, and he's cruising around. He's like, okay, I'll take a cut from everybody.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's what
Time
I'm
for
saying.
capitalism.
It's time to get capitalism on your boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go capitalist on his ass.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, here I've been really excited to watch this. So let's see it.
Tell people they're stupid anymore. We need to go back to bullying people, letting them know, no, that's not really how the world works. You sound dumb. Change your way of thinking. But we don't bully people no more. Tell them they're dumb.
Yeah, I agree with
You'd
that.
be the
but
first
like,
up for that.
yeah, but like, who do you think is gonna get bullied in that world, dog? Is you. First of all, change the camera angle, brother. You've been sitting.
Look at
You've been sitting there for the longest time. Everybody sees how hard you're crowning. Change the fucking camera angle. Why? Why does he sit in front of that camera and it just like beams directly to the top of his dome? What's
can't
going
hide
on there?
He can't hide from it.
We live in a very pussified society where everyone thinks what they say is
I
valid.
agree. I preach
And that's
that.
ridiculous.
I agree with that.
I agree. More bowling. I agree. Where do they find these people?
Also, what is
Instagram.
this- I don't really follow the logic there. Nobody tells people they're dumb anymore.
I think the point
that's
is
not like a thing.
people don't disagree anymore, or they can't be like, okay, that's stupid, and I don't have to listen to you. Or it's like, hey, I believe in trans rights, and it's like, hey, kill him.
I feel like people say and do that all the
Nothing's
time,
changed.
every day.
People are the same.
All day. in and
Nothing's
out.
changed. Nothing's changed.
That's what I was saying before.
I'm sorry, I disagree, bro. I don't get. I don't
Nah,
get
we didn't tell people they're stupid,
I'm gonna
bro.
be honest, nigga. I'm a real nigga, right? And I would never make a woman. I don't give a fuck
100%.
what you say.
Hold some
King,
space.
I'm respecting you on your show.
You're on the wrong show, dude. He's like, yo, what is this show?
I mean, why
y'all
the
are talking
fuck-
about what?
Why the fuck did Waka Flocka go on this podcast? Like,
That's what I'm
That's a good
wondering.
question.
He's like, wait. What's this podcast about? He seems like a nice guy by all accounts.
I don't understand what has happened to
That's
his
wrong.
career.
Of course, because you got an opinion. I'm a real nigga.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck what she said. I'm different from you. I would have never let her get a fuck. He's right and he's wrong for a fact. Because there's a whole group of other men that don't feel like that. But he's right. That's the way men in the past used to think. But like everything else, you got to transition. You have to evolve with your opinions. Some women go too far with that shit, and that's why I got my man on ice like it. Because women is pulling. Oh no, men make us feel sexy. Men, nah, that's bullshit.
That
Some
is
of that shit,
bullshit.
I'm telling you, it's bullshit to the popular demand. You get what I'm trying to say? Some people use these quotes and shit to their advantage to make money or to advance in their career. I'm just saying that, but
I disagree. I think when people say things that are stupid, they need to be called out, man or
Nah, I
woman.
agree. If you
because-
say stupid shit, you
and that's my-
I wonder if he came on for this. Did he come on to confront him?
I don't know, but Waka Flocka graduated from the Bible Institute of America with an honorary professor's degree in humanitarianism and
Really? Whoa.
yeah, and philanthropy.
What a wow, dude. Flocka. Where the Flockas at, dude? There's a lot behind them
Yeah.
Flockas.
And he graduated alongside my goat, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Flockas is right. I
My
love
thing
him.
is, you got to call out stupidity, even if it's a man.
He's like, yo, we need to be bullying your dumbass right now. And he's right. And that's kind of what we do, to be fair.
Waka Flocka has
I feel
dedicated
like
his
that-
life to suicide prevention and spreading the message of suicide helpline since the death of his younger brother, rapper KO Red,
Yo,
in
that's
2013.
personal.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, what we need to do is bully people more. This dude's brother unalived himself.
Yeah, he said he's officially dedicating his life to suicide prevention and mental illness. Y'all
love
not
that.
alone. Waka Flocka Flame is
Yo.
with y'all now.
Yo, I love Waka Flocka. Whoa, dude, this guy's real.
or a woman, because the thing is that we live in a world nowadays where we're scared to correct women and tell them that that was dumb. You probably shouldn't say that. And
What about you?
it is what it is. Then they get on a platform and embarrass themselves in front of 30,000 people.
Hold on, I gotta just note the coconuts in Barbados here looking super engaged in the conversation.
As always.
I don't know if you guys can tell. He's thinking about the sandy beaches and beautiful coconuts and palm trees.
Then they get on a platform and embarrass themselves in front of 30,000 people. So my thing is, I think both genders need to be held accountable.
Oh my God, look at that head.
I need to prep some spliffs for my nail painting.
Bro, look at that dome piece. Oh my Lord. Oh.
Whoa,
Oh.
whoa.
Listen, I mean,
I'm not commenting on this, because
all I'm gonna say is this.
we all know why he's losing hair.
Because he's a villain in the Ethan verse, and you're just taking away his
I just took
hairline.
off my fucking beanie. What's up? How old is Myron?
I think
Younger than me?
I think he was Hassan's age, if I recall.
I'm 37.
Wait, really? He's my age? No, he looks hurt,
33?
dude. What the fuck?
But
He
he's
looks
younger than. Oh wait, you're
He looks like. Wait, how old is he?
Actually, I'm seeing different reports. I'm 35. I'm seeing mostly from most.
He looks like he's got mileage on him. That's crazy. God damn, just hating women
I used
as,
to be a
as a
fed.
profession is just like
This man's 35. He's like a fully grown man at this point.
stand women for clear skin
Okay, for thick hair.
and for thick
Stand
hair.
women for thick hair.
Yeah,
Doesn't always work.
yeah.
Oh,
I also
sorry, Dan. Sorry.
also stand twice.
All right, let me hear what Flocka's got.
Both
Jay
genders
Young
need
is
to be
my
held
bias.
accountable regardless.
So how is that a
Is
difference?
it easier for a woman to get laid or a man to get laid?
I think it's both.
No,
Incorrect.
it's easier for
A woman.
women.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
I just said earlier, 1 in 3
Dude,
men
he's
is a
like,
virgin
where
who
am
hasn't
I
had
You know
right
sex.
now?
what's you know what's awesome about
From
this?
18
Wait,
to
pause for a second. I know we just unpause it, but it's like these are like conversations that I had like when I was a child. You know what I mean? When I was like 14, I was like, dude, it's like
100%.
way easier for girls to get laid.
So
like,
stupid.
oh my god. And then,
care.
but he's like a whole ass adult having this like 14-year-old ass conversation with the seriousness of like debating, I don't know, fucking abortion laws or something. Like it's like, yeah, women are actually statistically proven to be a lot easier to get laid.
But they have this same conversation every episode.
Yeah, and people can't get enough of it, dude. They're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Like,
Please
they
talk
just
about
sit there
that
and be
again.
like, women get laid more easy than men. And next week we'll talk about how women get laid more easy than men.
Yeah.
30.
So
Women don't
are
have that
women.
problem.
There's women that are virgins.
Hold on, real quick.
By choice.
Hey man, this love,
got
man. I got.
No, no worries, bro.
I like that.
It's great.
Thanks for coming, bro.
This is like
IG.
Bye.
Okay, body count for men. That's how you fucked up.
Flocka walking out.
These girls don't want no hoes.
Yeah. I really want to know how he ended up there. But good for him. Like that for him.
I don't understand. Like they titled this like Waka Flocka confronted Myron's facts, and this happened.
They're gonna try to shit on Waka.
I mean, this is
Flocka
from like
forever
March
now.
21st, bro. You guys are looking real. You guys are looking like Stans right now. I'm not gonna lie. You posted this video from like fucking month ago on here. Just saying.
Wait, they posted this?
No, this is a older video. This is from like the OG video. I just clicked on the
Wait,
Google
when
Doc.
is this from?
March 21st.
Oh, that's not that old. Goddamn. I thought you were saying
2
like
weeks ago,
last
man.
year.
2 weeks ago.
in Barbados.
Fucking hell, dude. Coconuts in Barbados.
Yeah, it's crazy. The replies are all saying that like Myron held his ground, L for Waka.
What?
Yeah.
What, man? What do you go with the difference between them?
Come on now, man. Here we go. Come on. Different about what?
No, there's just like there's just
what can you talk about?
no. There are a lot of. I've just come to recognize the reality that there are a lot of dudes out there that have like the IQ of a plankton. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is, and they're not gonna change. You know.
Let's talk about politics because we're gonna get all caught up on this Waka Flocka
You
business.
call it politics. I call it politics.
Okay.
Dale.
All right.
Okay.
Well, speaking of politics, here's a high and disheveled, potentially high, back on crack, Mike Lindell, begging for money.
No, he would be way cooler if he was on crack.
Well, I don't know about that. This man looks like he
No,
just
he's the
smoked
only
crack.
one who's become worse after recovering. Also, what do you mean he gained like 30 pounds? You think he's on crack? What are you, crazy? Cracker.
He's on something. Let me show you.
And we still have some of those all-season slippers left at $25 a pair. To thank all of you out there for the great, for supporting us through all this. My employees, we've lost all our box stores, our shopping channels. We get attacked every single day, and My Pillow should not have to be attacked when they're protecting companies out there that we never heard the names of before, which I don't need to name, all the voting machine companies, but
And as they say, if you go woke, you go broke.
Bro, Dominion is clearing this man.
Yeah.
Bro, Dominion, honestly, like, the entire business of like election vote counting machines relies on confidence, and like the effort that Mike Lindell basically almost single-handedly spearheaded that even Fox News took on until they realized, oh shit, we're about to get fucking sued into oblivion, is coming back to haunt these people.
Yeah, Dominion came out and is suing everybody, and Mike is
Which
been
they
hit
should.
hard.
They have
it looks
every
like
right to
Mike's
do
in like a '94 Honda Accord out in like the middle of the fucking deserts of Las Vegas.
Yeah,
he's just fucked, man.
Like, guys, I just robbed a liquor store. Use the code Mike Pillow. I need help for my legal counsel. I can't pay for it.
We don't have anything left, guys, but we made a special deal. He goes, to thank you. That's my favorite Washington.
and we still have some of those all-season slippers left at $25 a pair. To thank all of you.
We've got our all-season slippers. It just as a special favor to thank you guys, $25 a piece.
You know what he looks like? What the fuck was that?
I don't know what that.
Twitter blue checkmark ad or something?
Wait, did that just pop up?
Yeah. He looks like that one Trump guy who like said that he had bombs in his car and like drove his car to the Capitol. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Kind of.
And he was like, I'm begging, I'm praying to Trump right now. I'm praying to Trump right now. Please save me. and then like his window gets busted in by the cop.
Yeah.
Like on the live stream, that's what he looks like. He looks like this is moments before disaster.
Sorry.
This is like moments before disaster.
Well, here's a better. Here, this version makes a little more sense. Somebody made this edit here. Jesse.
All season slippers up at $25 a pair. To thank all of you out there for the great for supporting us through all this. My employees, we've lost all our box stores, our shopping channels. We get attacked every single day, and my pillow should not have to be attacked when they're protecting companies out there that we never heard the names of.
Yeah, eyes on the road, Mike.
He's not looking too good. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's what happens when you pitch your wagon to Trump. I mean, look at Rudy Giuliani. This man is a fucking dude. Please pull that clip of him on Fox News.
Which one?
Rudy?
When he's talking about. I sent it in chat. It's him when he was talking about how Trump paid off.
Oh yeah,
Stormy, but it wasn't illegal.
It's in the doc. Way
It's-
later. Here, I'll grab it.
It's so fucking good now under the scope that obviously Trump just got arrested for.
Disgusting.
34 felonies of falsifying business records in the conspiracy to pay off Stormy Daniels. And this clip of Rudy Giuliani, again, another guy who was successful in life, very successful, who decided to pitch his wagon to Trump, who's now,
hitch his wagon.
Hitched.
Yeah, but I mean, he was very successful, but like these guys were always clowns. Like that's the other
but
thing.
Mike Lindell was like 100 millionaire, and now he's like doing crap. Yes, bro.
God.
And now
he got like super rich.
He's smoking crack in the fucking deserts of goddamn.
We don't know.
Las
We don't
Vegas
know if he's doing
outskirts.
crack. But he does not look good.
Here, now watch this clip and just realize how amazing this is now that Trump's been arrested.
Anything to do with paying some Stormy Daniels woman $130,000? I mean, which is going to turn out to be perfectly legal. That money was not campaign money.
Rudy's like, I do it all the time.
But he's like admitting he did it back then.
Yeah.
You a fact now that you don't know. It's
Uh-oh.
not campaign money. No campaign finance violation. So
they funneled it through the law firm.
Funneled through the law firm, and the president repaid it.
Oh, I didn't know he did. Yeah. There's no campaign finance law.
Zero.
It's a
So the just like Sean.
So this decision was made by.
Everybody was nervous about this from the very beginning. I wasn't.
This man is insane.
Well, I mean, this is a part of their defense, for the record. This is a part of their defense now. So I don't know
That they're
exactly when
upfront.
Rudy was talking about this, but like
this was
it's all out there. So like, yeah, they did pay Stormy Daniels. Like they're openly admitting
Well,
that.
at the time they were trying to deny that it was even happened.
Yeah, now they've moved on because like, see, this is the bouldering effect of Donald Trump, where he does so much extra illegal or awful business practices that it basically is hard to like tackle one aspect of it. Because like originally people were like, oh, let's not, the Stormy Daniels thing is a lie, it's fake, it's not real, whatever. But because of all the other stuff that he did in the process of like trying to bury the story, it doesn't even matter anymore. They're like, yeah, it was real, but it was not illegal.
Right.
They just
I like he's all.
Eventually Trump will perjure himself, and then they'll say, well, he perjured himself here, but in the court case there was nothing wrong. There was no illicit dealings.
Dude, he's going. We were all super worried about this, but I wasn't.
Nervous about this from the very beginning. I wasn't. I knew how much money Donald Trump put into that campaign. I said, 130,000. He's going to do a couple of checks for 130,000. When I heard Cohen's retainer of 35,000, when he was doing no work for the president, I said, that's how he's repaying. That's how he's repaying it.
Why? What?
Wait, no, that's actually.
That's what happened.
Okay, that is what happened.
But
100%.
it's insane that he's saying that.
That is quite literally. Like, does Alvin Bragg know this video exists?
It's crazy. It's nuts, man.
No, I looked through the statement of facts
so
on this.
crazy.
It's so funny. Like, in order for this to be anything but a misdemeanor, which is usually just a fine, other campaigns have done similar things and they've literally paid fines for it. In order for this to become like a John Edwards style situation, there needs to be intent to to do this specifically for the election. And the defense, I mean, that's like to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you did this with the express purpose of like hiding information from electors.
Or
that's hard to
campaign
prove.
finance.
That's usually hard to prove. But of course, Donald Trump being fucking Donald Trump and refusing to pay people all the time very clearly and openly states to Michael Cohen, don't pay Stormy Daniels until after the election, because after the election, no one, like, we're not going to, I don't give a shit if the story comes out.
No.
Right.
Of course.
So basically, this is like an impossible, in every other circumstance, pretty much an impossible case to fucking convict someone on, except Donald Trump has given them enough evidence. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it works.
He's just leaving evidence all over the damn place. In voicemails, like in writing, like he doesn't give a shit.
Works. I mean, ultimately, it's still like not that big of an issue. It's not that big of a deal. They're not wrong when they say it. In the state of New York, businesses get away with like a boatload worse and more illicit things. But you know, it's fun. It's funny.
It is funny.
With a little profit and a little margin for paying taxes for Michael.
The president, but do you know the president didn't know about this? I believe that's what
he didn't
Michael
know
had
about
said.
the specifics of it, as far as I know. But he did know about the general arrangement that Michael would take care of things like this, like I take care of things like this for Michael.
Dude, you guys, this man is fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, someone look at Rudy Giuliani's dealings. It seems
you say you do this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do it all the time. I've done it so many times. You don't understand.
Here's
It's my
a-
favorite thing to do.
I'm doing it right now.
Here's a story about Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. His wife famously is a
Freak.
absolute.
Well, Clarence Thomas is a freak too. He's like Clarence Thomas, weirdly enough, doesn't get enough coverage on like his insane worldview. He's very hard to fit into a box in like American ideology. He is in many respects, in my opinion, a perfect demonstration of like the often contradicting and conflicting political opinions that can exist in one mind, one beautiful legal scholarly mind, where he's like very anti-black, obviously, but also simultaneously kind of pro-black. It's like almost like a black separatist.
Well, his wife is a Trump truther.
Yeah, I mean, his wife
She
is
believes
crazy.
that
Yeah.
the election was stolen and all this shit. And I don't know how. I can't imagine that these two go home and don't be talking about how the election was stolen.
Well, I mean, we know for a fact that he was the only one who, what was it? Did not want to. What was the Trump thing that Clarence Thomas like actually ruled against the rest of the Supreme Court on?
Was it? It was related to the January 6th stuff.
Yeah,
And
right.
people wanted him to recuse himself, and he was just like, nah.
Right, because
I'm
his
good.
came out his wife.
Yeah,
is
there was
like
a
truther.
glaringly obvious conflict of interest in the January 6th situation.
So what? Anyway, it just came out that Justice Clarence has secretly accepted luxury trips from major Republican donors. Newly obtained documents and
Shocker.
interviews show the extent and frequency of these apparent gifts to Thomas has no known precedent in modern Supreme Court
God.
history.
I by the way, I call bullshit on that.
think they all do
like
it?
there's no fucking no. That's cap. You
Yeah.
really think that Supreme Court
For
justices
sure.
aren't getting fucking favors? Like get the fuck
Well,
out
at
of here.
least they're not like not one's been uncovered this blatantly.
Yeah.
Like the Supreme Court, you know, ideally they're supposed to be like this impartial group that isn't swayed by politics,
No, they've been bought out for decades. Like, I don't know, dude.
and there certainly shouldn't be able to get to them. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point of the damn Supreme Court. So
The funniest part is you can't do anything about it. They're
no,
just
they are
untouchable.
unaccountable.
Yeah, they're just completely untouchable.
100%
They're like deities.
unaccountable. Like they go, Justice Clarence, you should recuse yourself because of your wife's. Nah. Here he is. Thomas has publicly presented himself as an everyman with modest taste. But
That
Tom-
video is actually very funny.
here he is presenting himself as an everyday
But I
man.
prefer to you know, I don't have any problem with going to Europe.
but I prefer the United States.
Yeah.
And I prefer seeing the regular parts of the United States. I prefer going across the rural areas.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I
prefer the
love
art.
seeing me them RV camps. Ain't nothing more picturesque than a lot full of RVs.
Hello, fellow Americans.
There actually is something more picturesque. Keep it playing.
Rural areas.
I'll tell you what's real.
I prefer the.
I'll tell you what's picturesque that Clarence Thomas loves: horse porn.
Does he watch horse porn?
The fuck?
Wait, what does that mean? What's the? If that man's watching horse porn, we deserve to know.
JRHNBR.
Don't ask me. I mean, there was an entire. This was a big deal.
It was.
This was a big deal back in the day. Clarence Thomas, before he was appointed to the Supreme Court, had hearings just like everyone else does, and obviously there's the famous Anita Hill conversation that took place. Joe Brandon, at the time, as a matter of fact, pretty much defended Clarence Thomas against Anita Hill. Anita Hill was the whistleblower, and one of the things that Clarence Thomas was alleged to do in the office regularly was talk about the types of pornography that he was watching, which included bestiality.
No. This man watches horse bestiality.
These people are fucking freaks, dog. Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing it all reported that he's.
Can I make this joke here, Dan? And Dan and
his
Hassan, can I make this joke?
Thank you for checking, since we don't have the button at the moment. Let's see.
Can I say that?
I mean, it's.
You think that
it's
one's
mean,
okay?
but I mean,
it's mean, but they deserve it.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, Justice Clarence, if he watches horse porn, then that explains. That sure explains his.
You're really delivering this.
That really explains his choice in significant others. See, that feels so mean.
Really?
But she. I mean, these are like actual demons.
That's a woman right there, Ethan. God damn. Hummina. Oh, wooga. Ginny Thomas. That's a woman.
I shouldn't have said that.
Just the right height.
She's
No
big.
bucket
She's bigger
is
than him.
required.
She's
Yeah.
like tall as hell. She's just the right height.
more like Winnie Thompson, am I right?
Winnie
Hell
the
yeah.
Pooh, because I want to fuck animals.
No, because horses, horses win.
Whee!
They go.
So this man jerks off to bestiality.
Like to feed her bales of hay, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
She's sexy.
Come on, baby, let me get on this bucket now. No bucket required. Ooh-wee. That's right. It's just me and my wife trying to overturn democracy.
Yeah.
Here, I want to watch this.
The RV parks. I prefer the Walmart parking lots to.
This man is traveling America visiting Walmart parking lots. That's what I like to do.
Freak.
Nobody. Dude, can you actually pander to that level and people don't call you out? I travel the country visiting Walmart parking lots. Man of the people.
I prefer the Walmart parking lots to the beaches and things like that.
What?
Bro, it's
There's
like it's like you went to Yale, dog. What the fuck are you saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what are you saying?
He was
I love.
simultaneously island hopping in a private jet while this documentary was being made.
Yeah, I love Walmart parking lots and getting on billionaires' private jets.
You know, a lot of my colleagues like to use them fancy Japanese bidets. I personally like to use the public restrooms at McDonald's and stuff type like that. Man of
It's
the
just
people.
like it's so strange when these guys do this kind of LARPing, you know?
Why?
Or they're like, yeah.
Normal to me about it. I've come from regular stock.
Yale.
And I prefer that. I prefer being around that.
All right, so,
You know,
meanwhile, back on the ranch, Justice Thomas's friendship with Dallas-based real estate magnate Harlan Crow has allowed him to repeatedly experience luxuries well beyond his means. He's vacationed on Crow's 162-foot super yacht. What? Around the globe and flies on his private jet. This man is cruising on a super yacht, talking about Walmart parking lots. The fuck? Thomas boarded Crow's private jet to Indonesia for 9 days of island hopping on his yacht. Had Thomas chartered the jet and yacht himself, it could have cost him over $500K. Oh, more than that.
It blows my mind
Holy
that
fuck,
like a dude that's from, a dude that was born in 1948 in Georgia to a family where his dad left at the age of 2 and is like fucking, they were homeless and shit, could be such a gross psychopath with a glaring disdain for all marginalized people and poor people in general. He's like, he's the perfect demonstration of like, I got mine, fuck you.
Yes, that's what some people, they tend to, when they come from like abject poverty or horrible conditions, it can either give you more empathy, or in some cases it can be like, I got out of that situation, why can't you guys? Nobody helped me, so nobody should help you because I'm fucking awesome, I'm great, I rise the above.
So cynical.
Now, if you can't do that, then you're worthless and don't deserve help anyway. It's really, really crazy. Here's this. Would you consider this the Walmart parking lot, or which parking lot is this? Which trailer park field is this? Yeah.
Bro, this guy, this is, the longest sitting U.S. Supreme Court justice right now.
He is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And what is hilarious about it is that his quote-unquote radicalization, according to him, comes from fucking Thomas Sowell and Ayn Rand. It's like the same
What the
shit
hell?
that like dummies read now, and like he's like a crypto podcast, bro. It's like in the future we're gonna have Supreme Court justices be like, yeah, I really found my principles, my ideology in the Joe Rogan Experience, specifically in that episode he did with Milo Yiannopoulos.
Right. Yeah. So this is, of course, Matt Walsh, who is every week competing to be the worst person in basically ever to exist.
That show, The Leftovers, which is a great show, by the way.
Thank you, bro. Well, he is good. Well, at least that.
He's good to us.
At least that. Here he is saying that we would all be worse off if slavery never existed.
This is my favorite
Is that
clip.
including black people?
It includes everyone. Yes, including black people, according to him. Apparently, he's done like a big thing about how like white people have been enslaved as well, including my takes about the Ottoman Empire. A lot of ahistorical comparisons. White people love engaging in these sorts of things to like undermine
What's that
how
have to do with the
uniquely horrific
Yeah.
chattel slavery was. It always loops back around to like, well, white people were enslaved
White
too.
people were slaves in ancient Persia. Therefore, blacks ain't got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, so, it's just like completely removed. It's probably the exact opposite of like historical materialism. But regardless, this clip I've been meaning to get to on my stream and I haven't. So I'm very excited to cover it.
All right, let's do it. Here it is.
Trigger warning. It's the dumbest argument you ever heard.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, obligatory.
Yeah.
It's rather clear that black Americans are doing better here today than they would be had their ancestors generations ago never been brought to these shores.
This is awesome.
We can prove this point by simply asking which African country anyone asking for reparations would prefer to live in. The answer, of course, is none of them. Now, you might offer the rebuttal that if slavery never existed, if we're reimagining history without that institution at all.
Can we stop this for a second?
Wait, hold on. Would you now when you're talking?
That would literally undermine. He's like, let's do a rebuttal, which would completely undermine the fake bullshit that I just presented to you. Like, oh yeah, which African nation would black people choose to exist in? It's like, yeah, that came alongside the inhumane practice of chattel slavery, the colonial exploitation, the rampant exploitation, robbing Africa blind of its natural resources and its humans is part of the reason why it was left underdeveloped.
He doesn't go far enough to ask the real question. If slavery never happened, what would colonial exploitation of Africa, what would Africa look like today? Africa is the most mineral-rich continent in the world, potentially the richest continent in the world if they have access to their own materials. So That's the real question to ask, and I don't think that you would be happy to answer that one.
You guys have no idea how hard you're about to be checkmated by his
Okay, all right, fair
You have
enough, fair enough. Maybe we should stop pausing and watch.
San wants
Then,
bad stuff to happen to black people.
Oh fuck! I got caught.
Your response?
I don't know what to say. I mean, let's see what this scholar has to say about bad things happening to black people in the form of
Africa
slavery.
itself would be in a better shape, better place, and better shape, and maybe indeed.
You
Black
said better
America-
shape twice, idiot.
Got him.
Speak
Fucking
better,
owned.
dummy.
You got him.
Better shape, better place, better shape. Okay, idiot.
You tell him, Ethan.
Africans would be better off there. But this seems highly unlikely, and it also ignores the fact that Africans participated in slavery and the slave trade as much as they were victims
Stupid
of
ass
it. Not to
fucking
mention,
idiot.
As much.
if
As
we're
much.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, definitely, dude. Yeah, no, totally.
They
It's
participated in the slave trade. I mean,
It's like, yeah, no, it's actually their fault, not us. The people that like purchased, owned, shipped these human beings. It was the fucking tribal warlord one time. Like it's his fault actually.
it's like saying that because during the Holocaust there was Jews, there was famously Jews who helped Hitler find
Yeah.
other Jews. Well, it was kind of the Jews' fault. They participated in the Holocaust.
Yeah. So, would he say
So
that,
insane.
though? Could he get away with saying that?
Of course not.
No.
I wouldn't dream
I wonder
of
what
saying that,
Ben
but it's the
Shapiro-
same fucking
What
thing.
would Ben Shapiro?
He probably
what would
say
Ben Shapiro think about
he
that?
would
you
probably
think?
say, he raises an interesting point. I would disagree with him on just a few basic little issues here, but ultimately, Matt's a good guy, and I know what he meant.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like the capo narrative. Like they were the ones who were responsible for the Holocaust, as much as they were victims of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's
a
crazy.
completely psychopathic fucking concept, which Matt Walsh would of course never entertain.
This
but,
guy is the worst. He's just the worst guy alive.
Yeah.
imagining the world without African slavery, then we have to also imagine it without all other forms of
No, we
global
don't.
slavery. Since
No, we
African
don't.
slavery was
Pause it for
merely-
a second. No, we don't.
Wait,
First
what
of
did he
all,
say?
you are making the hypothetical up. So you are the one who's saying you're setting these boundaries and you're making it seem like it's being conducted at gunpoint. It's like if we eradicate chattel slavery, well then we have to eradicate
we have
all
to.
slavery. Now it's going to go to an even dumber perspective from here, like the jump off point. But I just want to mention how stupid this take is. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. You could technically envision a world where chattel slavery never existed.
I like
that
to
the
imagine a
Maxim gun,
world where Matt Walsh never existed.
Oh, dude, that would be a
Got
sick
him.
world. Where the Maxim gun was not invented or was not deployed in Africa, that like overpowered a lot of these lesser developed, very wealthy but lesser developed areas.
It is kind of interesting to think about, though. I do think about that. What would Africa be like without colonial exploitation? I mean, they could be goddamn the hub of the whole. Well, maybe not the hub of the world, but they would definitely be a developed continent with lots of resources.
Yes,
and,
they would be significantly better off.
I mean, it would be,
especially considering,
unquestionably,
it would be
especially considering their
incredible.
natural
It would be like-
resources.
it could be like a utopia there. I mean, it could be it could be such an incredibly developed research, or I mean, resource rich,
TRB.
beautiful weather. It's like it's such a gorgeous place that was absolutely destroyed by colonialism, and Matt Walsh is like, nah, they asked for it.
Of it, not to mention.
And it sucks too because Africa's in need of help. They need help to. They're being exploited by corporations now, and they need help to build infrastructure, to build roads, to build highways, to build bridges, to build ports, and all this shit. And Mount Walsh is kind of polluting the well to the point where it's like they don't need help. They did this to themselves. Like there needs to be some accountability that Westerners take for the dismal state that Africa's in, and accept that we need to help them develop. And not only that, but it's good for the whole world. A healthy Africa is good for everybody. And
well, it's not good for a lot of developed Western nations that currently still rely on, neo-colonial exploitation in the form of like controlling their money supply, controlling their banks, controlling their natural resources.
corporations are exploiting them, but like the world.
No,
would
not
be-
corporations. I'm talking nation states. Like France
China's
has,
in there pretty good.
France literally controls the central banks and pretty much the the currency exchange of multiple African nations. Still to this day, they have their banks in France. Like that is
Crazy.
insane. That is completely insane. But it's just like often gone unnoticed because nobody really gives a shit. I mean, this is a Michael Parenti take, but there is no such thing as a poor country. Poor countries are not underdeveloped; they're overexploited, and it's true. They are stolen from. It's Africa's wealth that actually made it such a robust target.
And they still are super fucking wealthy. Like they're still discovering, like cobalt's the most valuable resource in the world right now for electric batteries. And China and America are just buying up wholesale these massive.
It's mostly
cobalt.
China, yeah. Now,
And United States freaking out because China actually owns most of it now. And you know, trillions of dollars worth of cobalt and other rare earth elements that could just like in the Congo, no less, like it could make them one of the wealthiest GDP or like per capita income countries in the whole world, like Norway or some shit.
Yeah.
But they're out there fucking, you know, picking through the dirt with pickaxe, getting buried by excavators and shit. And then people like Matt Walsh point fingers and laugh at how medieval they are, how uncivilized. And they're just, it's like, you fuck.
I mean, Congo is a great example, right? When you think about Congo, you're like, oh, it has all these natural resources. What happened? Well, fucking Belgium happened. You know what I mean? That's what happened. They would cut the fucking ears off and the hands and you know, they would chop off the hands and legs and arms and ears of like every fucking eligible working Congolese man.
It makes it hard to develop when there is someone who's cutting off the limbs.
Only getting their independence in like 1960.
So anyway, go off, Matt Walsh.
Mention, if we're reimagining the world without African slavery, then we have to also imagine it without all other forms of global slavery, since African slavery was merely one variety, one offshoot.
What are you talking about? What the fuck does that even mean, dummy? You want to erase slavery? Okay, I'm down for that. But you're going to have to imagine a lot harder than you are right now to picture what that would look like.
Of this global institution. And now we have totally, at that point, rewritten the history of the world in a way so dramatic that it's absolutely impossible to say which individuals today would end up worse or better in this alternate universe. I mean, if you go back in time and get rid of slavery from the entire world, you have just, it's impossible to say what the world looks like right now. Actually, what we can say.
And what? I can say it would probably look a lot better. It would probably be a lot more equitable. What is this hypothetical?
Is that we'd all end up worse. All of us today would.
You cannot fucking say that.
No, just listen
You're
to
about
what
to
he's
get
gonna say.
owned
He's
so
like a
fucking
kid.
hard, dude. You're about to get so owned.
He goes, okay. I mean, he's like, if we go back, the one thing we know for sure, we can never imagine the outcome, but the one thing we know is that we're all worse off.
Be in a worse spot if slavery never existed at all across the entire globe.
Interesting.
Because a change that significant would likely shift the course of events in a way that would mean none of us would even exist. It would be a world full
Okay, dub, easy dub, checkmate.
Have you considered the multiverse, Ethan?
That actually actually is a Back to the Future moment, Jack.
Bro, that
I'm
is such a
erasing from the
dumb-
picture. Bring back slavery, hurry!
Yeah, it's like there's no reason to ever talk about like alternative history.
It's so stupid.
Because if that's how you end every argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, if the Holocaust didn't happen, you wouldn't exist. Like, it's like, okay.
Bring back the Holocaust. I'm erasing from the picture.
Yeah. Like, why did you even engage in this like potential hypothetical scenario?
If
you were gonna own the argument by saying like, well, butterfly theory. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
We'd all be
the
worse
butterfly
off.
effect.
We wouldn't even exist. Oh, we're erasing.
He's like a child. This is
Bring back the Trail of
This is
Tears.
literally
Bro,
like
this
a
is the most
12-year-old.
childish count. This is the most childish argument I've ever heard. And you know, some dumbasses are going, "That boy, he's so right. He's got some good ideas."
He's spitting.
Man, he is dumb. Actually, like
so dumb.
Like
Yeah, it doesn't.
dumb
He's just
as hell.
hateful. He's just hateful and dumb.
Dumb.
And yeah, checkmate, atheist, absolutely fucking owned. You can say
God
that about
damn.
everything.
This is like a Rick and Morty ass argument that he's. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
Dumb.
Bring it back. So okay,
Like,
Dave
why-
Wire, we
why-
love you.
I just don't get why you would even bring this up. Like, if you were just gonna say, "Well, none of us would exist," fucking owned. Like, yeah, I know. Okay, thanks.
Oh, I want to talk about this North Carolina shit. So there was this fucking person. Okay, she ran as what was her office?
No, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. She ran as talk about alternative timelines. Yeah.
Wait, I think that's the story we're talking about, right? Oh,
Me-
yeah, Trisha Cotham.
Democrat for House District 112. So she ran as a House Democrat for North Carolina. She ran on a strict, like basically she was like pro-choice.
If you scroll down just a little bit more on her website, it keep going a little more. There you go. Here they.
Here's what she cares about: building a fair economy, raising the minimum wage, support small businesses, expand job training, enact paid family and medical leave. She
Sure.
wants to expand Medicare, rein in Medicaid, support healthcare workers, invest in child.
No, she
health.
doesn't.
Well, here's the.
No, the grossest lie in that, which you scrolled past, is actually the fact that she was, as a former teacher and assistant principal.
Fucking hate
Okay,
assistant
which
principals.
school was she an assistant principal of is very important here, but that's not mentioned in the fucking article or in her website. She talks about the equitability of funding public schools. She worked for a fucking charter school. That's all you need to know.
Shocking.
She's a charter school mom. She's a charter school principal. And she snuck into the ranks of the Democrats in a deep blue district, won it, and then flipped the fucking seat.
I've
It is
never
so
heard of anything.
disgusting.
But she writes like basically she's pro LGBT plus. I don't see anything on here about pro-choice, but I heard she was like.
There's in the doc. There's a tweet of hers from
bullshit.
from last year during the campaign.
So she was like hardcore.
This is the new strategy because they know they can't get elected on their own policies. Is just to pretend they have different ones.
Pro-choice. Let's see.
Great.
Here's the tweet about it. It's still up.
It's still up as of last night.
So she says, now more than ever, we need leaders who will be unwavering and unapologetic in their support of abortion rights. I will fight to codify Roe and continue my strong record of defending the right to choose. So she got elected.
I'm not even kidding. I think she got an abortion. If I'm not misremembering, I'm pretty sure she actually got an abortion and talked about it.
So she is, now that she's
Yeah,
won this,
she did. I was right.
Yep, you're
yeah.
right. I see it.
Yeah, Trisha Cotham once spoke of her abortion, which she
she's
helped the North
pro-abortion.
Carolina
What's the problem?
Republicans. Like, she's got an abortion. She was a staunch pro-choice advocate. Clearly, you can't win in the post a Roe v. Wade world that we're living in. You can't win any fucking district when you're like openly running on making abortions more restrictive. So for her to flip this and turn around is absolutely psychotic. It's insane. I think you should go to jail if you do something like this. It is the most like anti-democratic thing you can do.
Hold on, I haven't really even explained what happened. So she got elected on this ticket of being a Democrat. And,
in a deep blue district.
Yeah, and so when she wins, then she changes party to Republican. She states she's open to abortion restrictions. So she has essentially lied to her constituents, lied on her campaign, been elected, and she's just like a wolf in sheep's clothes or whatever, whatever the fuck the saying is. And she's just like a hardcore anti-abortion Republican who fucking lied her way. I've never heard of anything like this. The cynicism taken to
Yeah.
do this
I would bet we're going to see a lot more of this, especially if she doesn't face any consequences.
is nuts.
It's Kirsten Sinema with lower stakes. Like it's just like that's what she's doing. She's girl bossing. I can't say exactly what I would want to do to people like this. Even on YouTube, I think we would probably get banned if I said it. So I'm
We have
not
no
going to say it.
button. And we have no
But
button.
I'm thinking it.
Yeah.
And you can't stop me from thinking it.
Okay, but would the world be a better place if what
No,
you
don't
said
prod further. I just said
doing
what I said.
to her would never
No.
happen?
No, it's just where I'm not.
Here
Don't
she-
prod. Don't
here
prod.
she- well, certainly she should. Certainly she should go to jail, right? I don't know. There's no laws. This has never happened before, but it's so cynical.
Yeah.
Like now, when people are running, we have to question if they're fucking like lying.
Dude, yeah, like George Santos, like anyone in leadership could be anybody, I guess, when it comes down to it.
Lying about their whole platform to switch parties. What the fuck is this shit? Here she is announcing that she's switching to Republican, and this is how long after she won? 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
Do. If you don't do exactly what anyone who has free thought, free judgment, has solutions, who wants to get to work to better our state, not just sit in a meeting and have a workshop after a workshop, but really work with individuals.
Yeah, so this was obviously like some really cynical plan from the beginning to get in and be like, the Democrats, they just don't work. They just don't do anything. I need to join the Republican Party. I mean, like, do you guys... I'm starting to think that they don't even like democracy that much.
You're starting to think that, huh?
Yeah, you don't say.
I just
you
don't think
say
that they really like that.
Fascist reactionaries
Say.
don't like democracy.
What gave you that idea? What could have possibly given you that idea?
All too much.
to get things done, because that's what real public servants do. If you don't do exactly what the Democrats want you to do, they will try to bully you. They will try to cast you
Oh my God.
aside. I saw that when I first filed for office and was told, why
They were so mean, so I had to become a Republican. I just had to.
didn't you ask for our permission? I didn't think I needed to do that as a female. And quite frankly, I was offended. But when I came back to this
What is it?
legislature, I knew times were different and things had changed. I also knew that I was different. I had been through a lot in
In
life.
3 months.
And so I am just different too. And I'm proud.
They didn't
of that.
elect different you, dummy.
I'm not kidding. Because of how quickly this happened and because of the significance of this flip, which offers North Carolina Republicans power in the state, there is speculation currently that this might have been, there might have been some underhand, business dealing state.
Look at those fucking false eyelashes. There's nothing real about this woman. Yeah. I'm not buying it, dude. I don't think she was ever a fucking Democrat.
And I'm proud.
They didn't
of that.
elect.
Speculation currently that this might have been, there might have been some underhand, business dealings behind the scenes.
This is what happened if
How
slavery.
could you not speculate that? Like, of course.
Wait.
Jesus.
If slavery never
What
happened,
is that?
this is what the.
Oh
world would look
no.
God. Oh God. What is that? What is that? What am I looking at? That's terrifying.
I can't tell if this is objectively worse or better. I don't know.
It's just different. We can't possibly imagine the outcome.
So like what? Steven Crowder's woke? Like is that what's
I
going
think
on?
they're woke, yeah, or I guess, or I think they're woke.
Tim Pool still lost his hairline though. Big L.
God, Tim Pool looks fat.
There's
as hell.
no timeline where Tim Pool doesn't lose his entire hair.
I gotta hear this.
It became very clear to me early on in January that you better vote in line with everything Governor Cooper tells you to do. From signing onto bills, to he wanted to pick your seat on the House floor, to your committee
It's been 3
requests.
months.
All of this sense
She's
of
barely got
control.
her like presentation, her
I will
orientation
not
done.
be controlled by anyone.
Okay, girl.
She is such a boss.
And you have the full support of the Republican Party.
I have always been a free thinker, a woman of faith.
Pause it for a second.
Person of
I just gotta say
independent
something.
judgment.
Major, once again, like the Democrats are responsible for this, okay? They are. Like, this is a person that was not thoroughly vetted, that was backed by Emily's List, by the way, another fucking incredible dub for the Democratic Party infrastructure. Emily's List is a national organization that elects pro-choice candidates that the Democratic Party likes against candidates that the Democratic Party doesn't like in their primaries. Cotham is listed as a co-sponsor of House Bill 19, a bill to codify the right to an abortion up to the point of viability, which is about 26 weeks. And I have so many feelings about this that I just cannot elaborate on, but it's yet another fuck up. George Santos was a major fuck up for the Democratic Party in a district that's supposed to be deep blue. It was like plus 10 Joe Biden district, where a charlatan liar was able to just unseat the fourth most powerful Democrat in the House of Representatives, like one of the major fundraising Democratic representatives. They do not care. They just do not care about protecting any of these fucking civil liberties. It's so obvious. They are just a bottleneck, a stopgap for further left politicians from ever reaching prominence. They don't care if seats like this get fucking flipped because this person was always a charter school freak and certainly was never really like an advocate for the things that she's claiming that she was an advocate for.
You're saying a little tiny bit of background checking would have exposed her as a fraud?
For me, it's like when I see charter schools in someone's background, I immediately know where they stand. They are going to be a conservative Democrat.
You know, she is kind of riding the George Santos wave, though, where it's like, I can say anything to get elected and then completely do anything I want because I'm elected. Very interesting strategy.
And of common sense. I have always tried to work across the aisle.
3 months.
From day one.
3 months.
And I'm proud of that work.
She was,
because that means
I believe she was previously elected like a while ago. Like,
yeah. No. She was back in like 2014. She was,
in like a different district or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
As a Deb?
She's not like brand new. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, here we go. She ran unopposed is the thing.
How do you get that
in
gig?
2014?
I just want to find me a district I can run unopposed.
Yeah, it's...
They'll be like,
wild.
he sucks. He's fucking said all this horrible stuff. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm unopposed, bitch. That's like the best gig ever.
Working together as statesmen and stateswomen. Unfortunately, that is talk in the Democratic Party that's a good thing.
Is it coming up where she
but
says
there
she's
is little
switching?
action when
No,
it comes
it's-
to that.
I don't think there's
And
a
if I
specific
do that-
moment.
This is all about that
This
she's
was
switching.
This was just her giving her like rationale because she announced it the day before this, and then had this press conference yesterday to elaborate on her decision.
Yeah, so somehow the Democrats being mean to her made her want to take rights away from women. I don't get that. Don't quite get that one.
again, she was in Congress or in state Congress, left, worked for, again, former state representative Tricia Cotham, a Democrat from Charlotte, who served in the state legislature from March 2007 to January 2017, went and worked for one of the state's most influential charter schools. Okay? That's what she did. When you see that, charter schools are quite the contentious subject matter. They are the most effective means, and the Democratic Party absolutely always engages in this. They're the most effective means of taking away funds from our public schools and giving them to unaccountable, oftentimes suboptimal and terrible charter schools, with the express purpose of eviscerating teachers' unions. Charter schools often do not work with unions. They can get away with not working with unions. They can get away with like teaching whatever the fuck they want at charter schools as well. They literally take public funds and operate without any of the same regulations that public schools operate under. It's a fun little way that the Democrats since the 90s have figured out. It's a fun little way that the Democrats have been able to take funds away from the public school system.
Wait,
absolutely dog shit.
She's also commenting on this whole race baity basketball controversy. Awesome. But this is her new banner. It says, trust God.
I hope she finds God soon.
Right.
In her heart.
hates liars, and I hate liars.
In her heart. I hope she finds God. I hope.
Well, I'll tell you, there's going to be a lot of angry people in her state who are going to want to, and rightfully so, tell her, people who voted for her, who she's obligated to, by the way, tell her what they think about her Benedict Cumberbatching. That's what it says, right? Benedict. Thank you. Nobody's here to correct me.
Benedict Arnold.
Thank you. Yeah, nobody was.
I just
nobody was
came back
playing
from the
along.
bathroom.
Sorry, I'm just like
Nobody was playing along.
I'm still in. I'm in my feelings about this freak.
This
absolute
and Benedict
fucking
Cumberbatch.
monstrous freak.
Yeah, she's vile. I tried to go to her website. It's just offline. Yes, but
I hate it.
The
I
problem
hate it.
is
It's like-
is this a new thing now? Is this
None of
going
this
to
fucking
happen?
matters, Ethan. Because none of it matters. Like, you always say like, go out and vote. It's the first step towards like bettering society. It's the least important, most important thing you can do. Yada yada yada. And then you fucking do go out and vote in a deep blue district to an uncontested freakazoid like this one, and then she just flips her seat. And I do think that the Attorney General should abso-fucking-lutely investigate the relationship that this person had. Is that your couch?
It looks like it, but no.
What the fuck?
She's standing DeSantis
Yeah.
now.
Again, universal school choice. Another way to bring about charter schools. Another way to rob the coffers blind of an already crippled public education system. Everything that's bad about American education that you can point to, public education, is bad because public education is routinely underfunded.
Well, let's hope she's investigated and goes to prison, right?
That'd be so sick.
Watch, she can be like, and now I can't go out to Olive Garden without people just interrupting my meals. God damn it.
Anyway, how do we just not talk about the main story of today?
Well, now we're here. Finally.
The main story of today.
The main story of today.
Donald Trump has been arraigned. Donald Trump is Donald Trump has been arrested for what, Ethan? Being the greatest president of all time. I'm not even going to wait for you to answer with your liberal ways.
No, true. You saved me from myself.
Yeah. For being the greatest president and executing the perfect phone calls and being the best at, one, having sex with porn stars, and also silencing them when he's running for election.
Yup. Mike Lindell and Rudy Giuliani are nodding in agreement from their now vastly improved lives.
Yeah.
Look at me. I had a beat off.
So here's a summary. He was arrested for 34 counts of falsifying business documents, which is pretty juicy. I see people saying he could face a potential 130 years.
No.
That's not true. It's like 4 at most, but he's not going to do any time probably, even if he's guilty.
Most likely not.
But that's okay.
Like, even if he doesn't beat the case, the likelihood that he goes to prison is very, very,
It's zero.
very, very low. Especially because of the nature of this, especially because of the nature of the charges. Originally would be considered a misdemeanor with a maximum prison sentence of a year, which no one fucking serves.
We'll just do house arrest for a minute.
I don't even think that would happen. Let's be fucking
Probation?
real. Probation, most likely.
Community service? Can we get him picking up trash on the
I
road?
doubt it. Doubt that any of that would happen.
Secret Service and him together could make a pretty killer cleanup crew.
Yeah. Prosecutors are accusing Trump of orchestrating a broader scheme to influence the 2016 presidential election by purchasing damaging stories about him to keep them under wraps in what is known as a catch and kill scheme. He worked with the National Enquirer on this. I think it was like AMI, if I'm not mistaken, is like the main company that they work with. There's a guy named David Pecker, not related to Hank Pecker, famous conservative broadcaster.
I like that Hank Becker filler.
Yeah, not Hank Pecker. Hank Pecker would never fuck up like David. David is a fucking traitor. He's a star witness in this case. He's a
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
But here's a summary of kind of the case that Hassan's working on. You want to read that?
Sure.
summary?
The charges trace back to a $130,000 hush money payment that Trump's fixer, Michael D. Cohen, also a friend of the show.
Yeah.
I have been on his podcast. I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Made to Stormy Daniels in the final days of the 2016 campaign. Trump reimbursed Cohen while serving as the commander-in-chief, and that's where the fraud kicked in, prosecutors say. Falsifying business records can be charged as a misdemeanor offense in normal circumstances, but to elevate it to a felony, the district attorney must prove that Trump's intent to defraud was in service of a second crime.
That's not fraud.
Well, I don't think Ja Rule should be the authority on. He's not the judge, is he?
I don't believe Ja is involved.
He should.
No.
Ja Rule should recuse himself.
I would call that false advertising.
Prosecutors do not have to charge Trump with a secondary crime, but they must show that there was a intent to commit or conceal a second crime, which presumably is campaign finance.
Campaign finance violations that Michael Cohen went to jail for, but also defrauding voters, like lying to voters.
So the prosecutors linked Trump to 3 hush money deals, suggesting that the payments to Daniels was part of a broader strategy to influence the election. The charges against Trump are all Class C felonies, which is, the lightest. That's a felony, a diet felony.
Yeah, including but not limited.
Which I've never seen a skinny person do, by the way.
Yeah, including but not limited to even paying his doorman $30,000 to kill a story about him potentially fathering a child with a model. We now know that there was no child, but potentially there could have been an abortion.
Pays to be his doorman, dude.
Because this motherfucker notoriously doesn't pay anybody. He doesn't pay contractors. Famously, he tried not to pay Stormy Daniels. Famously, which is now being used as evidence against them to prove.
Did he never pay her?
No, he did.
Okay.
Michael Cohen did,
right.
and he paid Michael Cohen. But what's funny about this is that he did openly tell Michael Cohen and the other lawyer, hold off until after the election if you can, because who cares if the story comes out after the election, which is being used as evidence to prove that he was doing it specifically for the election. Because there's a John Edwards defense famously that you can deploy in the circumstance to avoid any kind of like legal accountability. You can claim, well, one, I didn't know that this was a violation. Which, makes this, weirdly enough, like if your lack of knowledge surrounding the law could technically help you in this circumstance.
Yeah.
And then 2, well, I didn't actually do it. I didn't actually do it for defrauding, voters. I did it not to shield the voters from the truth about a particular matter, like my affair or whatever. I did it specifically to defend my marriage, to hide this from my wife and basically, make sure that my marriage was safe. And in John Edwards' case, that actually worked. But in Trump's case, there's a lot of evidence to show that he didn't give a fuck about anybody else knowing about this after the election. So it's a very difficult thing to prove.
They got it pretty good. They don't have an impossible road.
But Donald Trump is the type of person who does not even care remotely about covering his tracks, and very brazenly is corrupt and operates in a mafia style scheme for the most part, but the dumbest kind of mob boss. So he basically left a paper trail and also very openly communicated to people that are now witnesses in this trial that he was doing this almost specifically for the election.
Something really interesting that's going on too is that Trump famously has threatened, incited violence against his detractors for example, the judge, or was it the prosecutor, he posted on Truth Social a picture of them and then him holding a bat.
It was the prosecutor's brag.
You have that here?
I'll pull it up.
He also was talking shit about the judge. And during the first hearing here today, which we're about to watch him walk into, the prosecutor complained to the judge, yo, he cannot be posting shit that's going to incite violence against any of us. And the judge said, I agree. You cannot do that. You should not do that. And so the thing is, before, when he's suspected of crimes, he can pretty much do that shit. But now that he is a defendant for a crime, the court, if he keeps doing this shit, can fuck his life up.
They can issue a gag order. They can hold him in contempt of court. There are many different avenues. Obviously, they can't really do that because it's Donald Trump and, you know, he's fucking former president. But a lot of the things that are happening currently are unprecedented in
It's not
general.
gonna help his case.
But
And
this
so,
is that.
like,
This
he
is what I like
went
to call
home-
the Alex Jones move. He's pulling
Right.
Alex Jones. Remember when Alex Jones was like,
We'll see how that works out.
doing the
for him.
defamation of
Wait,
words
pull that back
trial?
up? Yeah.
And he literally was like, yeah, Your Honor, yeah, that's you with, you know, looking like Satan. Yes, I called you a pedophile.
We'll see how that works out for Alex Jones.
Not good.
Yeah,
not good for the case. When
But
you
here, so he went home after the judge told him to chill the fuck out and posted this.
No, this was before. This was the
Yeah.
thing that
He went home and immediately started chatting.
he was being called out for.
Oh, but afterwards he was also posting.
Yeah, I mean, he was continued to post
no.
crazy ass shit about how
He posted about the judge afterwards.
Right.
Which is insane.
Yeah, not like a picture like this, but yeah, attacking the judge.
What did he
calling
say
him-
about the judge?
They're a Democrat, and they're really fixated on the
Oh,
fact
his
that
daughter.
the daughter,
The
yeah.
judge's daughter was part of the Hillary campaign. Something.
It might have been Harris actually, which, LOL.
Cringe.
That, yeah.
But yeah, so here's Trump walking into court.
So one thing, here, let's show that, and I'll tell you some
And
interesting parts about
Notice
this
how
kid.
the cop lets the door fucking slam into him.
Yeah, it's fucked up. He should go to jail. That cop.
Execution. Idiot, dummy, loser.
President Trump, will you come speak to us? President Trump?
Also, one thing I want to say that we got on his arrest, they took his height and weight.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He was telling people he was 6'4", and what was his weight? Do we have that in here?
He's 6'1" and 270
which
pounds.
part?
I've never
Highlight
felt
it.
like a skinny bitch until
where.
I found out that Trump has like 30 pounds on me.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that we need to calculate it, but I think Trump might actually be fucking way fatter than I am. Which is,
270 pounds. How much do you weigh?
oh, I'm at like
Oh my
220.
god.
God
Why are we doing this?
damn, you are a skinny bitch.
And I'm just saying, like, he's their alpha. They love his ass, but he's fat as fuck, boy.
You're just a lightweight.
Where is that part, guys?
Here. This was back in 2018. He was supposedly 6'3", 239
So where's he on the BMI scale? And I know you guys hate that.
Yeah,
but
BMI
it
is
pretty
bullshit.
fucking funny. I just want to know where his fat ass
I
is.
mean,
on the BMI.
he's obese.
Well, pull it up. I want to crunch the numbers.
Okay.
And then I'll crunch my numbers, and we'll see who's fatter.
All right,
Alpha
if
males.
he's 6'1" and he's 270 pounds. He has a BMI of 35.6.
I want to see on
which
the
is well over 30 is obese, so it's well over that.
There's one website where it places you on the whole spectrum, and you can really see how fucked they are.
I mean, I'm still obese. My BMI currently at 249 pounds is still 30.3, so I'm obese.
Listen, the system is not perfect. I'm only doing this to humiliate
Yeah,
Trump.
it's bullshit.
Okay? Don't be offended. This is just to humiliate fat ass Donald Trump.
He's 35.6 on BMI. What's
Oh, wait,
your-
just pull up the graph and then we'll find his location on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull up that one.
Wait, what? Just plug it in.
Because it doesn't.
He wants a graph.
I want the graph.
It's important.
No, I want
Graph
to
is
know how.
important.
Let's do the rainbow one so we can really color code it. Yeah. So what do we got here? Open that. Make that full screen. Yeah. So here we go. So he is. Oh, meters. Come on.
No,
Kilograms.
it's
What the
fine.
fuck?
It shows it on the other side.
Weight and
okay,
inches over here.
Thank God.
He's 6'1".
Yo, he's like crushing the weight.
And 270. Oh, he's not even on.
He's off the chart.
Wait, he's 270?
Yeah.
So
Off
he's
the
just all the way.
charts,
He's
but
just all the
always
way to the
in
right.
your Well, I guess this mark right here is 270. So yeah.
And then he's
the very right.
He's 6'1".
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
I guess I was hoping he'd be even more like way.
He's not in the red, but he's in the dark orange here. So.
So where's my fat ass? I'm 220.
220.
And I'm 5'11".
5'11". Looks like you're right on the cusp of the yellow.
He's fatter than me.
Off the
charts. He's fatter than me.
I mean, you could could have just
I,
looked at
my
him.
BMI is higher than you, Ethan.
What's yours?
See, that really tells you
I'm
how
6'4". Yeah.
valuable
Wait,
this
how
is.
old are you? I mean, how tall are
Crazy.
you? 5'11", you said?
Yeah.
That's cap. but
What?
Okay.
What? What's cap about that?
220. You're
You think
220?
I'm shorter than that?
Oh, never mind. Your BMI is just a little bit
Whoa,
higher
whoa,
than
whoa,
me.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Cap? You gonna fucking come in here with that tiny ass dome and say I'm lying about my height?
Oh.
Wait. Why do you say?
Have we measured you?
First of all, yes, we
Oh,
have. And I
shit.
measured when AB was here and measured me. I measured at 6 feet, but I don't
Yeah.
do stolen valor. By the way, the only reason people think I'm fucking short is because I wear tiny shoes. Bro, why? What are you doing? So how tall am I? Okay.
I always say, no one's 5'11".
No one is 5'11".
I always say, no man is 5'11".
You want to measure me? Get the tape measure. Fucking piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Get it
Well,
out.
yeah, At
No, get the
220,
tape measure.
At 220, at 5'11", you have 30.7. That's your BMI.
Because I'm sick of this heightism,
I'm 6'4"
dude.
and
Because people
249
go,
pounds.
No.
And I'm at 30.3. So your BMI is just a tad bit.
Where are you on the graph? Show me.
I'm 6'4",
Yeah.
249 pounds.
Yeah.
I am at 30.3 on my BMI.
Yeah, he's slightly
Fat-
in the
fat
orange.
fuck.
You're slightly in the yellow.
Fat
Ethan.
fucking
No,
piece
that's
of
not.
shit.
That's not true. I'm looking at the BMI.
Oh, okay. I'm
looking at the BMI calculator right now. It says at 220
nice,
pounds, you are. We're both in the obesity range, not in the overweight range.
What's his BMI if it's 5'10"?
But you do.
What's
real
his
height?
BMI if he's 5'10"?
I'm not 5'10", dude. Dan, what the fuck?
I'm just piling
You're such
on.
a dick.
Oh, it's 31.6.
You have such a thing about height.
Because people go, "Oh, you're so short. I thought you're so short," and then Hassan's out here being like, "I'm lying about being 5'11". I mean, screw you, dude. We've already measured me on the show.
Yeah, we have.
Listen, if I was insecure, I'd walk around with like big ass platform shoes like AB.
I wear platform shoes. I love platform shoes.
All right, so I'm going with shoes off, right?
Shoes
All right.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
measure
you
me.
measure it up. Here we go.
Shoes off.
The tape measure is not a great way to do this, I will point out, but because it's not, you're not going to get it perfectly straight.
Wait, I'll do it.
Yeah. No. We need a tall person to do this. We need a tall person to do this.
On camera, can they see it?
Back up a little. Here, let me close all this shit. There you go. Yeah, we can. There you go. Perfect.
Step on it.
He's so tricked.
I'm tall, Madge. See?
Far.
So why are you doing it then? Because Hassan's not going to give me a fair reading. He's going to do it.
You think he's biased?
Of course he
You
is.
are- you
Olivia,
are-
come here. He's pushing down on my head so hard. Okay, what are you calling it?
Like you are at.
Oh no. It didn't play. Unless it did and I didn't hear it. Strange. Anyway, hi.
At where is it? I mean, you're definitely well under 6 foot.
I didn't say I'm 6
I can play
foot,
it.
asshole. Move. Why is it taking you so long to decide how
What
tall
a
it is?
fucking liar,
70 and
dude.
3/4.
What a
I believe
fucking
that would be 5'10" and
Weasley little
3/4, just under
liar,
5'11".
dude.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
question is, do you round up?
Yes.
Okay, well then I guess you're
first of
5'11".
all,
You are 5'10".
5'10" and 3/4, bro. And again, I don't care how tall you are. And you're wearing thick ass shoes. Like, who
I'm
cares?
wearing literally Air Force Ones. Like,
Dude, those are thick. When I wear Air Force Ones, I feel tall as fuck, dude. Screw you. So I'm 5'11". Sit down and shut up, dude.
5'10" and 3/4.
I mean, it depends on the day. AB measured me, and I was over 5'11". You know, some days you're taller than others, right?
Yeah, no, I got it.
It is early in the day, though, isn't it? That you get shorter throughout the day.
Is that right?
Morning. Yeah.
You get shorter throughout the day.
I think you're the tallest right when you wake up.
Is that right?
I've heard that. It's one of those things that you hear and you repeat, but you never actually fact check.
I need to stretch. If I stretched out, you know what I mean? If I did some stretches and stuff, I'd be fine. I walked around. Stop, Ian. I would be 5'11".
I love it.
The difference in height.
Wait, hold on. You go.
Oh no! Wait, they're showing how we actually look like side by side.
Oh no, there's a glitch with the effects. Hold on, let me fix it.
Hassan, do you really expect me to walk around and be like, let's just say my exact height is 5'10" and 3/4. You want me to go, hey guys, yeah, so I'm 5'10" and 3/4.
Yes.
I've never cared about this, but your reaction
Of course
is
you don't
making
care
me
about
say
it because you're like
yes.
6'4", bro, and you're just a little bitch ass who shits on.
I'm glad
little
you're doing this
people.
because Ethan, you obsess over all of your enemies' heights, like to a.
Okay, so then don't take it away that I'm 5'11".
No, but it's just it's fun to see you get a little taste of your own.
Wait,
Because
you did the wrong thing. You're losing all the filters. Every single filter has been broken. He got even more realistic.
Whatever
inside.
tiny ass head fucking
It doesn't look like it right now, does it?
tiny ass head. According to like medieval scientists, you're like probably have like
yeah, those guys were racist though. Yeah.
According to them, you probably have fucking some kind of deformity that I can't even joke about it anymore.
Called microcephaly.
Oh my god.
It'd be funny if your voice started changing. Like,
Dude, if I was wearing shoes, I'd be like well over 6 foot.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, I think that might be.
At a.
Or
harmonizer.
no, don't.
Wait, what happened?
I'm seeing if I can put a little voice filter on you. To give you a
Oh
squeaky little
no.
Voice.
All right. Well, anyway, we were doing the news. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, right, that.
You can put it on, but we'll just keep on with the news. But, you know, you're such a dick, dude. It's like a guy like you, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm a hunk. I look like a model. I'm tall. And then for you to walk around and shit on other dudes' height
No,
is,
I
is
never.
so
I never do
pathetic,
this.
bro.
I never do
How
this.
old are we?
I never
You're so
do this.
pathetic, dude. Have some humility. Humble yourself. Humble yourself,
Oh,
you
no.
fucking bitch. Wait, huh?
His voice is.
What happened? Where did my voice go?
Wait, I gotta loop through something real quick.
Humble yourself, Hassan. It's ridiculous. Oh, who sounds like a little boy now?
Yeah.
I can't put it just on your mic is the problem. So
Oh.
I see.
without
Shame.
rejiggering stuff, yeah.
That's a shame.
But
But you got to admit right now, if you were going to round,
in the words of
First
in
of
the
all,
words
I'm
of
5'11".
cryptocurrency god, I'm way more humble than you, dog.
Right.
I'm the most humble
I know
motherfucker
that.
on the planet,
If you-
dog.
So you know how to round numbers, right? What do they say? Because you've been through basic arithmetic in school.
I think the honest thing to do is say that you're 5'10".
What do they teach you in math school? What do they teach you in math? How do you round a number? How would you round a number, Hassan? Answer the question. If you're in math class
Son
and you
is
have
loving this.
1.75 and the teacher asks you to round
my
the
God.
You
number,
gotta round it down. You gotta
where are you going to round it?
Hassan is such a bully right now.
You gotta round it down. You
Yeah,
gotta be
you're a
honest.
dumbass. I knew that. Fucking failure. Dumbass. Everybody knows you round that shit up to 5'11". And by the way, I am 5'11". You just caught me on a short day. But being
A short day.
But being But you know, being 5'10" and 3/4 is fine because your hater ass was measuring me, and even you couldn't deny. You was back there fidgeting with the numbers, like, oh god, I can't. Like, oh yeah, you're wrong. That's why you're taking so long. You're like, oh god, I just can't read these. Which way do I round numbers? I fucking don't know how to do math. Oh god, I don't know. Dude, what does it say? It says 5'11", douche.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Tiny ass head.
Damn, really struck a chord here.
Oh no!
You want to know what you look like?
You know what? You got real short with me on today's episode.
Hey Hassan, I really liked you in fucking Beetlejuice, you tiny-headed little freak.
It's not a good photo of me. I'm
Here you
sorry.
are. That actually looks just like you, broad
It's
shoulders.
a bad photo of me. It was a bad head day.
Yeah, dude. Really
He's had
love
a-
you. What was Michael Keaton like when we met him?
He was wonderful.
Class act.
All right. Let's talk about fucking Donald Trump.
Oh man.
I just was proven right. So
We gotta fix the filters to make Ethan not look like finally.
There we
thank
go.
God.
Yeah, we blew
solved the
we
CGI.
Yeah, we blew him up a little bit.
Baby
Oh.
sad.
Baby sad.
Baby wants.
A baby. All right. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't call me out on shit. Sebastian. Crypto, bro. All right. Where were we?
That was awesome.
Let me think about it. Hold on.
Yeah. We were talking about, oh, yeah, the Trump lied. So he's fatter than me.
Yeah.
And so are you, fat ass.
I am. Well, no, I'm not.
No,
I mean,
we-
I am bigger than you. Yes, this is true.
Fatter, BMI wise.
No.
BMI wise, yes, I am more. Oh no, BMI
No, we found
wise,
out it
you're
was
more
wrong.
obese than me.
Yeah, sorry.
But you didn't do it at 5'11". He's more obese than me.
No, even at
5'11".
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
So it works. The system works.
I just want to be left alone.
No, it definitely doesn't. But
So anyway, he's fat. He's shorter than he said.
yeah, he's running around claiming 6'3", I think, or 6'4" on certain occasions. Like Ethan says, he's 5'11", but turns out he's 6'1".
Thanks.
Liars everywhere.
By the way, we haven't even watched this goddamn stupid ass video of him
We haven't
walking
gotten
2
nowhere.
seconds. Can you shut
Oh, we
the
did,
fuck up so I can watch 10 seconds uninterrupted?
Sure.
It's literally a 10-second video. Can I ask you to do that?
We actually did watch this video.
We did?
We did.
Okay.
You forgot about it because you got heated about
Yeah, yeah.
your.
They decided
Real
to
height
handcuff
reveal.
him. Here it is. Do a fake mugshot. Oh, they're selling this, really?
Yeah,
They
so
sure
this
are.
came out
Oh, God.
before the arraignment.
He should have let him take a real mugshot. It would have
Yeah.
been cool.
I think the judge did not allow him to do that, or
Yeah.
the judge said that like there's no reason for that, and that there were no cameras inside of the courtroom. They took some still photos inside of the courtroom, and there was a little bit of court, the art that they come out with.
God, that is a horrible design. It's so bad.
Yeah, it just sucks because like
looks like shit.
he doesn't look sexy.
Yeah.
Like this is not making the MAGA moms hot. But I mean, they'll fake it. They'll act like they, think this is sexy. But I was very excited for a mugshot. I'm very sad that didn't happen. This is.
They should have pushed for
I
that.
think Alvin Bragg
Lost
should go to
opportunity.
jail. So should the judge. Honestly, for that crime alone,
Yep.
nothing else.
Yep.
Fair. Donald Trump tweeted out, or just truthed out, Republicans in Congress should defund the DOJ and FBI until they come to their senses. That's awesome.
Hey, Cab brother.
I agree. Another thing I agree with. I mean, he's just spitting right now.
The Democrats have totally weaponized law enforcement, says the guy whose attorney general was fucking Bill Barr, whoever the fuck that Fred Flintstone looking ass fucking guy was.
It's very Fred Flintstone, isn't he?
MTG, Magic the Gathering, the much cooler version of Margarine Taylor Gross.
Trump is.
She is,
Oh my God. Oh, this is gonna freak you the fuck out.
okay, let's
The
check it out.
follow up is you haven't seen this, right?
I have not seen this
The
video.
follow up.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for you to see this.
All right.
Okay, let's watch.
All right.
President Trump is joining some of the most incredible people in history being arrested today.
Adolf Hitler.
Nelson
Wait,
Mandela
what?
was arrested, served time in prison. Jesus was arrested.
She's basically on the. Imagine if slavery never existed.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No, Donald
a lot
Trump
of
is
bad,
just like Jesus.
He's
a lot of bad people were arrested too. I don't know. if we
Donald Trump is just like Jesus. He's shredded, sexy, peeled, sun-kissed perfectly, and also being prosecuted by the Roman government.
And murdered by the Roman government. There have been many people throughout history that have been arrested and persecuted
Like
by
Adolf Hitler.
You know what? Shame on this fucking country for putting this woman in a position to actually think that she's saying anything interesting. Like,
Bro,
shame
you
on
you
us.
saw that fucking 60 Minutes puff piece that they did on her?
Dude, shame on them. What a fucking
Yeah.
letdown. So pathetic.
I mean, it's not a letdown. It's like understandable, but like Leslie Stahl.
No,
holy
she
fuck.
fucked up.
Fucked up.
All she did, her only pushback when she was like, Democrats are pedophiles and vampires.
She said,
And Leslie's like, okay, don't you think you're being a little silly?
no, and then And then she was like, no, I'm not. It's true. And then she was like, okay.
Moving on.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Really? That's all you got?
Okay.
Why did you do this? There's no reason to give her this woman any coverage.
She's not interesting. She shouldn't. If there was not a cult that elected her, she's not smart. She's not interesting. She's crazy. Like, let's just go find the most like psychosis people in Skid Row and put them on 60 Minutes and ask them about their politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how she even got elected, to be honest. How did that happen?
Yeah. How do you like this?
It seems fair. It's just like, but you can't really tell how 5'10" you are in that photo.
Right.
Because we're sitting next to one another.
Yeah. Well, if you count how tiny your head is, you're gonna be 5'11".
Yeah. No. I think that our argument actually goes to show that, like,
Imagine there was no slavery.
Even with my tiny dome, I'm still 6'4". Like,
Imagine.
if you had a proportion.
Imagine there was no slavery, Hassan. What now? Where are you
we
now?
would not be alive.
You wouldn't even exist, loser. All right, hold on. We got to get through this. That's the Nook, legendary singer.
Corrupt governments, and it's beginning today in New York City. And I just can't believe it's happening, but I'll always support him. He's done nothing wrong. President Trump is
So she's here to support Trump. I know where this is going. She's here to rally some support. Wait, she's what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, I wanted you to see this.
She's dating the interviewer?
They're dating. And I thought, where the fuck is Kevin McCarthy? If he saw this, he'd be so sad.
Oh.
So, all right.
Punching the drywall right now.
Harlot.
So, all right. Bye-bye.
You harlot. Margarine, I was defending you for the longest time until I found out that you broke the heart of Kevin McCarthy. He is a good man.
Oh, God. Careful dating a Titan.
He gave you committee positions. He defended you in spite of all the times where you have said horrible things like Jewish space lasers are responsible for California wildfires.
Yeah, so thank you for that, Hassan. So Margarine Taylor Gross, I can't believe she's not butter. Margarine, I can't believe she's not butter. Gross.
I call her Marjorie Titan Green because she
That's
looks like
better.
a smiling Titan.
That analogy is just so perfect. Here she is arriving in New York to much fanfare to the great citizens of New York.
You animal, you! Go back to the farm, you animal! They're looking
Oh my
for
God.
you at the sanctuary! You filthy animal!
Jesus.
You QAnon lunatic! Hit her with the space lasers! Blast her with the fucking space lasers! Get the fuck out of New York, you racist, sick,
This is the only time I'll say Michael Rappaport is fine.
By the way, so
He's very good at yelling at people.
He
I have
really
to give him that.
convinced people. This isn't even his video. A lot of people thought he was there, which is crazy. Why would he be there? He took some dude's video and just screamed at it.
Oh,
yeah,
bummer.
he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Bummer.
Rudy Giuliani, you nasty, filthy, sloppy, disgusting, filthy fucking animal.
And he's right. I mean, he's spot on. But the crowd is real. She was
The hitter with the space laser was too much, but very funny.
absolutely drowned out. She was trying to do like a rally there. She's drowned out by whistles and protesters, so she's crushing it.
Doing great. Soleil.
We did a Trump
For
supporter.
Trump for Herschel. My man brought. Wait.
Herschel?
Wait. Go back. Go
We're
back.
still rooting for Wait.
Blacks for Trump for Herschel.
Dude, you got to get a new sign, brother.
This guy is in New York with a sign for a failed candidacy. Like, what the fuck?
I love you, Herschel.
That
From
already
Georgia.
happened.
They brought this sign from Georgia. They imported this sign.
That already happened, brother. It didn't work.
I love that.
That rules.
They're like, we can't be making all these blacks for Trump signs. Just bring that over. It's all good. For Herschel, that's awesome. How long are they gonna be using that? It's gonna expire soon. Love that for them. Let's see. She did an interview with Steve Bannon, of course. There's fantastic meeting of minds here. Although Steve Bannon is smart. He's a psychotic, but
No, I mean he's
not dumb like she is.
He's not all that smart either. I think people greatly overemphasize how smart he is.
He's not brain dead like his contemporaries.
I mean, he's as smart as you're gonna get while being a fucking fascist. You know?
I mean, if you want to compare their IQs, not that matters, but do you want to talk about the bell curve? Well, take a look at this. Checkmate or something. I don't know.
Wait, let's see what
Specifically singled you out as a hooligan that's going to cause a problem, and that you're dangerous, and that you got to back off and go home. Your thoughts, ma'am?
He didn't just single me out.
I do want to say that Steve Bannon is probably one of the most repulsive physically people
he's
I've
a
ever seen.
human. He looks like a human skin tag.
Right.
So
right.
nasty.
Truly.
Right.
His nipples protruding.
sure.
Distasteful. What a disgrace. Worse than Barney.
He just looks evil as fuck.
Frank.
He's just vile.
Out, Steve, he threatened me. He called me by name and threatened me. The mayor of
Oh,
New York
God.
City, I believe, is a thug, and he sent his people here
There's-
today. They had an organized.
Dog whistle.
You know, yeah, oh God. I mean, I fucking hate Eric Adams. Okay, he's a gigantic shithead. Like, but also very funny memes about Eric Adams. But and a monstrous cop. Was a cop, still a cop as the mayor. But like, I know everybody knows why Marjorie Taylor Greene is calling him a thug.
Yeah.
It's because he's black.
Hardcore dog whistle.
She hit the hard T on that thug.
Big
Black
Adam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a thug. You guys catch what I'm spitting here? Thuggish.
Text alert that went out calling what I would say Antifa to bring their whistles, pots and pans, all.
That was. I'm gonna call him Antifa. I like how she's not even like they were Antifa. She's like, I'm just gonna call him Antifa. You seen that that Herschel Walker, Blacks for Herschel sign out there by Antifa?
Kinds of instruments to make all kinds of noise to drown me out.
Apparently, I heard that all the whistles and shit was actually passed out by the Trump MAGA guys.
I know that someone thought that was the case, but I'm pretty sure it was it was liberals that were handing them out.
Well-
I saw that one guy who was like not very coherent, and he was like, "What? No, I don't know Marjorie Taylor Greene."
I like how Antifa is like this existential threat to our systems, and then like this big scary organization, their counter protest is whistles.
Yeah.
Violence. Whistling is violence.
Whistles is about to overthrow the state. Yeah, so let's see. Here's a taste of some of the Trump stands outside the courtroom we're up to. The best and brightest, as always. Take a listen.
So this woman is trans. She is a trans for MAGA.
Really?
We gotta get her a sign.
Yeah. Talks about it later in other videos that I've seen. I was surprised. She claims to be a trans criminal.
Trans criminal?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Wait, what does that mean?
She's like
I shouldn't exist?
She says like no. She says she's trans. She calls herself a transvestite actually, which is like super old school. Like only fucking 75-year-old British trans women call themselves that. So that's also weird. And she also says she's been to prison and that she's a criminal, but that she's MAGA.
She's going the Blair White road to self-destruction path.
Oscar is not cute. Bye, girls. Did you have any other questions? Are you a soy boy? Why are you wearing all that black?
Seriously? Wearing all that
Soy
black?
boy.
That's soy now?
Fuck up. You ain't even from New York, bitch. Still sucking a dick. Suck my dick, you fucking mama pansy boy. Born and raised Brooklyn, bitch. Lie, bitch. You lie.
Wait, who is she?
To self-destruction
Oh, this is the trans woman.
path.
Oh.
Are you a soy boy? Why are you wearing all that black?
Seriously?
Bitch.
wearing all that black? That's soy now?
Fuck up. You ain't even from New York, bitch. Still suck a dick. Suck my dick, you fucking mama pansy boy. Born and raised Brooklyn, bitch. Lie, bitch. You lie.
All right, interesting.
She falls over the Antifa flag that they put out there too. There was like a Trump is a criminal sign or whatever, like a big flag that they put out. It was like
here it is.
These wonderful old ladies that go out and protest. That's not a Trump supporter, I know for a fact. That's a famous troll, Michael Picard.
Oh, this guy's just a comedian?
Yeah, you've probably seen some of his videos. He goes to like, does the pig thing. Go to like pro-cop protests and shit on cops.
I mean, that's cool. It seems like almost everyone outside was a troll or some sort. Like
not many real supporters.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of real antis out there and not a lot of stands. Not a lot of real stands out there.
Yeah.
Very weak showing. Disgraceful. I'm very sad.
What is this link? Because this link says
Embarrassing.
something that's not what I opened. Am I wrong?
She's such a joke, too. I mean, it's not a surprise that no one in New York would like her.
Or is it up?
Oh, you're right. It's
the wrong vid.
That's it got put in there twice. Here, I got it.
This was my favorite video out of it. Well, there was one.
The MAGA biker?
Yeah, this was the only real MAGA supporter there, and he had a really fun time.
I've seen that even called into question, but go ahead. It's still funny.
No way.
I
no.
swear to God.
No way.
Yeah, I saw somebody claiming that this guy's a troll too.
No way. Dude, that's so awesome. Oh, he ran over a skateboard.
Yeah, no, that was deliberate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody kicked it under.
I think that the guy who did it is like a famous professional skateboarder. Actually, that's what someone was saying.
Dude, that was a good shot. That's what Antifa's been up to, huh?
That's a wipeout.
Dude, that guy ate shit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's actually not cool though to kick the skateboard like that. I'm gonna denounce that kind of Antifa violence.
Yeah, I could tell you.
I thought it was a mistake. I mean, who knows how that happened? You know, it's just.
I denounce.
Dangerous.
I denounce
dangerous
Antifa
for people
violence.
around you sometimes.
That was an Antifa skateboard that was planted.
The Trump layup one is really funny. We should, if you know.
This one here, I think, is what you're. Wait, it's the same one, Dan.
Sorry, I pulled it up right here. I'll send it to you in Discord.
Okay, here we go.
This is about the other.
So this is the
one where she
same.
falls, yeah.
This is the same lady. She's gosh, what is she doing? So she's a true believer, though. We can give her that.
Like these are all old ladies that are like. This is the Antifa brigade that they're talking about. Like a bunch of old people that are like, you know, NPR watching, NPR reading.
You think
probably give money to Democracy Now. You know what I mean?
100%.
You might even know like Amy Goodman personally. What's up?
Do you think Jeff Tiedrich went down there?
Is that the old boy guy?
Yeah. No, it's no.
No. Jeff Tiedrich
Oh,
is the
that's our
OG
boy.
old boy guy. This was his day.
Wait, that's so. There are more photos of him. I want to know what he looks like.
Yeah, he's not. You know why he's not out there? Because he's fucking unloading. He's doing cum tributes to Donald Trump's like fake mugshot.
Who is this guy? I gotta know more about him.
Jeff Tiedrich, dude.
I gotta know who he is.
You want to try and get him on the show?
Prominent liberal.
I mean, it's gonna be kind of. I want to know more about him before I invite him on the show.
Okay. Because I don't know if I've ever seen him do an interview, but he's such a meme.
Yeah.
Jeffy
This was
boy.
his day. This was his week, possibly his
Yeah.
mom.
Did he have any banger tweets? Can you pull some? Maybe
He just had like the ha 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 ha.
We showed the one last week where he just spammed laughing.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Let him have his day. Let him cook.
Yeah, he hasn't been that active. I feel like, or I haven't really seen any of his tweets since this happened, and I literally think he's because he's like comatose from nutting too hard.
Nick Clark says, look up Walter Masterson. I don't know who that is, but he says he's a good troll.
Walter Masterson's a troll, yeah. He used to work with the Young Turks too, I think, back in the day. He will go to these rallies and present himself as a Trump Republican and like dupe people regularly.
I love that.
Relatively easy to do.
Yo, vagabond. Like, look at this.
Vagabond?
That's the Antifa lady.
You vagabond, you.
No,
You
these are like
scandywaggle.
the anti-war protesters from like the '60s that actually did not become like anti-vaxxer freaks.
Right.
Like those old ladies.
Yeah.
I love those old ladies. They're they're great.
So there are true believers out there. There's two of them.
This would be my mom if my family lived in New York. She'd be down there.
These are
I
like
feel that.
kind,
Totally.
environmental protectors. Like they will go to like all these different protests. Like they
Antifa.
so
Violent.
oftentimes will get arrested by psychotic private contractors, former military members that like literally will torture them.
Which was the video you wanted us to pull up? Because I'm not sure it's in here.
No, it was just this is from the other court case that's going on with the DOJ, the classified document investigation, where Donald Trump is his own worst enemy.
This one, Ethan, I just highlighted it.
Got it.
Because currently there's the Georgia case, the Georgia RICO case, which, Fannie Willis should probably fucking stop trying to arrest every rapper in the state of fucking Georgia, and instead focus on this shit. You know what I mean?
This is awesome.
Where Donald Trump very openly said, I want to the, every single individual, down to the fucking number. He was like, I need 11,476 votes. Like, that's pretty obvious. That's like pretty obviously criminal. That's a RICO case that's like pending. Okay, they're still investigating it. I don't know what fucking investigation you need to conclude there. You have the tapes. That one's a very real criminal case, in my opinion. Very serious one that
one
should get him in prison.
Hard to dispute that one.
Yeah. There's that one.
Perfect phone call.
And there's
What
two
would the
DOJ.
defense even say? They'd be like, Your Honor, it was clearly a joke.
It was a perfect phone call. That's what
There's
it was.
two DOJ investigations right now. One is on the classified documents and mishandling and obstruction of recovery, I guess, of these classified documents. And then the other one is obviously the January 6th insurrection one. And this is Sean Hannity trying to, but failing to, save Donald Trump in an interview where they're talking about the document investigation. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Yeah. The sound seems to
Muted?
be off.
No, you
have it turned down on your computer.
Yeah. Or the video, whatever.
I can't imagine you ever saying, bring me some of the boxes that we brought back from the White House. I'd like to look at them. Did you ever do that?
I would have the right to do that. There's nothing wrong with it.
But I know you. I don't think you would do it.
Well, I don't have a lot of time, but I would have the right to do that. I would do that.
All right, let me move on.
Remember this.
Let me move on. Let's move on.
panicking.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
You gotta
shut
love
the
just
fuck up.
what a fucking like fraud he is.
He's trying to give a layup to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's like, no, I have done it. I've done it so much.
I feel like I've done so
I would show you the documents right now. Would you like to see some?
many times exactly what Trump's doing right now, where people are like, move on. I'm like, no, I need to double down on this. Except I'm not at the risk of going to jail.
Right.
Yeah.
Just losing millions of dollars of sponsors.
Yeah.
Not yet. But you got to appreciate just what a hack Hannity is, because any serious journalist would follow that thread, but him, of course.
But he's not. It's not his job. His job is to do what he's doing. He's like, okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
Right.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up
You're
about
right.
how you literally openly are admitting that you looked at the classified documents and purposely were not giving it to the feds.
You're right. That is his job. It's not
I can do
Well,
that.
I don't have a lot of time, but I would have the right to do that. I would do that. All right,
let me move on.
Remember this.
Yeah.
This is the Presidential Records Act. I have the right to take stuff. Do you know that they ended up paying Richard Nixon, I think, $18 million for what he had? They did the Presidential Records Act. I have the right to take stuff. I have the right to look at stuff.
Wait, what is he talking about? Richard Nixon got paid $18 million for
I don't
what?
know what
From
that
who?
one was about.
I don't know.
He's like, Richard Nixon sold top secret documents for $18 million. That stuff's worth something someday.
I don't. Let me see if I can dig into that.
But they have the right to talk, and we have the right to talk. This would have all been worked out. All of a sudden, they raided Mar-a-Lago, viciously raided Mar-a-Lago. I have tape, and I gave them tapes. I gave them tapes of storage areas. I gave it to them. I could have held that back.
Oh, I found it out.
I wasn't holding.
The federal government has agreed to pay $18 million to the estate of Richard Nixon to settle claims that the Watergate tapes and other presidential materials were improperly seized by the government in 1974 without compensation. He's literally saying, I'm just like Richard Nixon, which is probably the worst. What the fuck?
But that's weird. The Feds had to pay them money for taking the tapes? What the fuck is that I'm talking about?
That seems very weird.
What does that
I'm reading
even
an
mean?
article about it right now. I'm trying to sort out.
Like, why?
The Nixon estate wanted $213 million for 3,700 hours of tapes and more than 4 million pages of historic White House documents.
I mean, isn't that evidence? Like, your boy committed a crime. I guess they have a right to get it back if it's his property. But if he has recordings from the time he's in the office, is that his
aren't
property?
those official records?
Yeah,
At the
that's not his
time,
property.
they were traditionally free to take all the papers and other historical materials with them into retirement, but Congress made an exception in Nixon's case because he was the first president to resign in a criminal scandal. So Gerald Ford granted him a full pardon because he's a pussy, okay?
Right. Yeah.
And which, by the way, led to the we cannot hold former presidents accountable, not a precedent, but like attitude that the American leadership has. And they gave him a full pardon. And with that full pardon, all of a sudden, it's like, well, the government no longer has access to these tapes. Like, we can take it, shred it, destroy it, all we want.
That's fucking insane that we had to pay Nixon's family $17 million, though.
Yeah.
Trump is like,
payday.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, but it's 12:30, Hassan. I know you got to go.
Yeah.
You're a busy man, and we thank you, my tiny-headed friend.
You're welcome, my 5'10" friend.
Short king.
Go ahead. You can call
My
me a
short
little
king.
person.
So
My
great.
short king.
So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. It's been a joy. It's been a pleasure. Tomorrow we have Terry Joe. What an exciting podcast we have for tomorrow. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Amazing.
Hi, friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. My name is Bailey
Let's
Sarian,
go.
and I'd like to welcome you to my study and to my podcast, Dark History. This is a chance to tell the story like it is and to share the history of stuff we would never think about. Oh, yeah. I'm a curious one. I like to find out as much as I can. I love learning. So all you need to do is sit back, relax, and just let me talk about that hot, juicy history goss. Look. I love buying art for my home or office or even my Sims. I even studied art history in college. And when I first moved into my new place, I had a million paintings I wanted to hang up. Eventually, I went with a murder scene, specifically a painting by Caravaggio. It's a very calming piece for me. I just don't know what to tell you. It's called Judith Beheading Holofernes. Judith is knifing this guy's neck.
Let's go.
And blood is spraying everywhere. Yeah. And
Wicked.
it's hanging up on my wall. But I love this painting because it's really about women empowerment. Really, if you think about it, I could talk about it all day. What I'm getting at is good art can really make you feel things, right? I mean, the most famous painting in the world, the Mona Lisa, makes people feel like she's judging them. I mean, is it even a she? Many speculate it's a he. We don't know. I don't know. And speaking of Little Miss Side-Eye, did you know that the Mona Lisa is valued at around $1 billion today? Now that kind of money, it draws in a whole different kind of crowd. And not the kind that likes going to museums. I'm talking about art thieves. Oh yes,
Let's
friends.
go.
Oh yes, we even have one here live in studio. What's it like to be an art thief, Joan?
What?
Okay,
Just get
cool.
stitches, Bailey.
So ever since there's been art and people willing to fork out big bucks for it, there have also been people trying to snatch it. And I mean, if you pay attention to television and movies, stealing art always kind of looks the same. There's always like a gun, explosions, someone in a cat suit, kind of falling from the ceiling, a briefcase full of money, you know? But the best thieves, they don't have to lower themselves through skylights or limbo under laser beams to get their hands on the goods, especially in the days before technology. Back in 1911, you could just like walk into the museum, snatch a painting off the wall, and still make it home in time to churn your butter. And fun fact, that's exactly what someone did. Stealing, not churning. A guy named Vincenzo Perugia straight up walked into the Louvre. The Louvre is a major museum in Paris. So they just walked straight in there, took the Mona Lisa right out of her frame, rolled her right up, tucked her under his arm, and just walked straight out. No one even noticed that the painting with the mysterious smile was MIA until an art student was setting up his easel in that same very room. Now he was getting ready to do some sketching, and he was like, hey, isn't the Mona Lisa supposed to be right there? Like, what's that about? Where's it, you know? No one even knew. 2 whole years went by without anyone knowing what happened to the painting or where the heck she went. It was like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, but with the Mona Lisa instead. Yeah. Dozens of people were called in for questioning by the police, including Pablo Picasso, who was apparently friends with another art collector who had a reputation for stealing. But then Vincenzo makes a rookie mistake. He reaches out to a famous art dealer in Italy, where he's living at this point, where he tries to sell the stolen art. And well, the art dealer is no dummy. He knows there's only been one Mona Lisa, and it was also just recently stolen. He's like, oh yeah. So he goes straight to the police, and next thing you know, they're knocking on Vincenzo's door, you know, and he is snatched, arrested. Vincenzo, next time you steal a famous piece of art, sell it on the black market like everyone else does. Well, I guess someone had to learn somewhere. So the Mona Lisa is finally recovered 2 years later and goes right back into the Louvre, but this time with some extra security. I mean, many people have speculated, what in the hell was Vincenzo even doing with that piece of art for the 2 years? Did he have it just hanging up on his wall in the bathroom? Was he just, I don't know, looking at it? What was he doing? I mean, Vincenzo was a painter, so maybe he really did just admire the piece and wanted it for himself. But most likely he was trying to cash in, and it was just waiting for the buzz to die down. But I mean, it's the Mona Lisa, you know, they weren't just gonna like forget about it. Either way, Vincenzo pulled off an impressive heist. I mean, he walked in and walked out. It was mind-blowing. If you go to the Louvre now and see the Mona Lisa, you will see, first of all, it's like this big. It's not even that big. And there's like a ton of people standing in front of it, trying to like hold hands with her. It's wild. And you're like, it's not even that great. I don't get it. There's so much other pretty art in there. Anyway, it's not the point. What's crazy to me is that the best thieves operate just like this, in plain sight. In fact, the most successful art thief in the world only ever carried a Swiss Army knife and pulled off every single museum robbery during business hours. This guy's name was Stefan Breitwieser. Now, some people steal for money. I mean, some may even steal for clout. Some people steal because they're even addicted to stealing, you know? A lot of middle schoolers, 8th graders going to Claire's, you know, sticky fingers, those people. But Stefan, he stole for love. Stefan was born in 1971 in Northeast France, and his parents were pretty well off, and his childhood home was filled with like really beautiful things, very valuable antiques, furniture from the 1700s. He had a lot of fine art. Like, his growing up was very bougie. His mom and dad wanted young Stefan to become a lawyer, but it wasn't in the cards for him, and he ended up dropping out of school just after a few years. Stefan was like really into art history and loved going to museums. He kind of reminds me of a French William Randolph Hearst, who we did a story on. Super close with his mom, big into architecture, but then something happens that forever changes his life and throws him off the track of becoming a Hearst-style baller. When he's 22 years old, Stefan's parents, their marriage ends, I guess like really badly, okay? His dad leaves and takes all of the bougie items in the house, I mean the furniture, the art, and even all the money with him. And Stefan's mom was a nurse, and without Stefan's dad around to support them, all those antiques were replaced with IKEA furniture, like actual IKEA furniture. Not to say it's bad, but you know, you get what I'm saying. I'm painting the picture. You get it. And the luxuries Stefan had gotten used to his whole life were like suddenly out of his reach. So this hits Stefan hard. But love is there to save the day, because this is when he meets the love of his life, Anne Catherine Kleinglass. Now they're the same age, and they both have a love for art and antiques. And after just a few months, he asked her to move in with him and his mom. That's so hot. Stefan and Anne loved going to museums together. So cute. And then one day they're in like a little museum in a French village nearby, and Stefan just stops dead in his tracks, okay? He sees an antique pistol on display that he was just like, oh, what? Mind blown. Like, he just loved this shit. His dad used to collect old weapons, so most likely it like reminded him of his daddy and like the finer things they used to have before he left the family with diddly squat. So to Stefan, he almost feels like the pistol was like owed to him. And then Anne says something that seals the deal. She leans over to him and whispers, "Go ahead, take it." There was no security guard, no alarm system, just a volunteer at the entrance of the museum. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take it. So he does, he takes it. He hides it in his pants and just walks right out with it. Wow. Who knew stealing art was so easy? And apparently Anne, being supportive of Stefan's sticky fingers, made him believe that they were, quote, destined to be together. They were giving very Pinky in the Brain energy. Were you Pinky or were you the brain? Let me know down below. I was kind of a Pinky, but now I'm a brain. Stefan got a little excited. Okay, he got away with stealing this beautiful antique pistol. And now he's kind of wanting more, right? And the more he steals, the better he gets at it. He starts testing the limits of museum security camera quality. He learns the schedules of security guards. He memorizes all the exits and figures out a routine. So like for him, when he goes to a museum, he always had these rules. Always be friendly at the front desk, say hello, dress nicely, make sure you wear a jacket that's just a little oversized, a little, not too much, so you can hide some stuff in it, and carry a Swiss Army knife in the pocket to unscrew any casing or cut open a display case. And he would do all of this during museum hours. I mean, this guy was ballsy. Pretty soon, Anne and Stefan.
That's so much balls, dude. I'm like afraid to like walk too close to a painting. Good lord.
They're working together. She works as his lookout and coughs if anyone gets close while Stefan is stealing. This starts to become a ritual. They go to museums, and if something moves him, he makes a plan to make it his, to steal it. And I mean, he gets obsessive. If he's emotionally affected by a piece of art, he literally won't sleep until it's his. And according to Stefan, this is what sets him apart from other thieves. He vows to himself only to steal items he loves and to never sell them. It's so funny. He's like, I'm above all the other thieves. I'm a different thief. I do it for love. Stefan has said that stealing art for money is stupid. Money can be made with far less risk, but stealing for love is ecstatic. By the early 1990s, Stefan, in his mid-20s, has stolen over 100 objects. And you'd think he'd have them on display throughout his home since he's a big art lover, right? But no. Stefan was putting them in the attic bedroom of his mother's house, where he lived with Anne and his mom. Stefan calls it his Alibaba's cave, aka his cave of wonders, because it's so crowded. There are goblets and snuff boxes and statues on every surface, and the walls are like completely covered with paintings. One of them dates back to the 16th century and is worth more than all of the houses on his mother's street times 2, just sitting in his attic. But his mother, meanwhile, has had no idea what her son and his girlfriend were up to. I mean, all she knew is that her son worked as a waiter, Anne was a nurse's assistant, and sometimes they would like go away to antique fairs. It was cute. They were a cute couple. I loved them. Plus, it helps that Stefan apparently always kept the attic door locked. But one day, Stefan gets a little cocky. He and Anne are in Switzerland, and it's too hot for Stefan to wear like a big jacket that he usually uses to stash art in. So this man, instead, he takes a painting off the wall and walks out with it tucked under his arm, like it's a little clutch at a wedding. Ah, ballsy. Anyway, for some reason, this doesn't fly with security, and he gets caught, fingerprinted, and then he and Anne spend the night in jail. They convince the police that they aren't thieves, that they've never done anything like this before. Please, sir. And the cops end up letting them go. So Anne makes Stefan promise that he will never steal from Switzerland again. I mean, you know, he has a record there now. And then she asks that he start wearing surgical gloves when he steals. That way his fingerprints won't be recognized. Good idea, Anne. But a couple of years later, Stefan's in Switzerland again, and he just can't help himself. A fancy little antique bugle catches his eye, and he steals it. Anne is pissed when she finds out. I mean, they had agreed no more stealing from Switzerland. Hello? I mean, the two were already going through a bit of a rough patch, and this just did not help. And on top of the stealing, she finds out he wasn't even wearing the gloves like he had promised. Weird. A man did not listen. She decides to go back and clean the fingerprints off herself. I mean, since it would be a bad idea for Stefan to be seen going back there. So they head back. Stefan's driving, and Stefan decides to go on a little walk while Anne goes into the museum for the fingerprints. And his loitering is immediately clocked by a journalist who read about the bugle theft the day before. The journalist tells the front desk of the museum, and the museum front desk recognizes Stefan's notorious jacket from the day of the robbery. So it's just all around bad luck, wrong place, wrong time, but not really because they're catching a bad guy. Whatever. So Anne hears like all this commotion happening. She hears that the front desk is calling the police, and she tries to run outside to warn Stefan, but it's too late. He's already cuffed and taken into custody, where he denies everything. After all, I mean, he's in a foreign country. No one knows who he is or like what he does. But eventually the police find the report from the last time he got caught, and they aren't falling for the, my bad, this was like a one-time thing story. You know, the real kicker is that during questioning, Stefan learns that they never even considered dusting the museum for fingerprints. So the whole trip back to Switzerland was really pointless. Whoopsies. While Stefan is sweating in his Swiss jail cell, and he's just praying, you know, no one has figured out that they need to search his mom's house. Because by now he's got about, again, 300 stolen pieces in there. He's like, I just hope they don't go to my mom's house. So of course, the police eventually, they end up going to his mom's house. It takes a couple of weeks to get the search warrant, but by the time the police make their way up to the attic, it's freaking empty. There's not a single piece of art in sight. Interesting. Every time at this point, Stefan's been in jail for weeks, and he's close to breaking. He's only admitted to stealing the bugle, but he wants to go home. So when an officer comes in with a picture of a little gold medal, and he tells Stefan that if he admits to taking it, he can leave. You can go, you can be free. So Stefan, he confesses. But obviously, it was a trap, okay? The officer pulls a whole album of pictures and essentially says, like, if you also stole that piece, then you must have stolen all of this. All the pictures the officers showed him were stolen things they had found in a bag in a river. I guess, like, this is where Anne had dumped them. Like, yeah, she didn't even think to find a storage unit or anything. She just dumped them. I mean, Stefan really shot himself in the foot. He even asked the officer, like, wait a minute, what about all the paintings I stole? And the officers were like, what? And he was like, what? Nothing. So apparently, Stefan's mom was just as paranoid as Anne, because guess what she did? She set all of his paintings, I'm using quotes here around his, can you see it? You can. She set all of his paintings, over 66 of them, on fire in the woods. So imagine you're a painting for a minute, like you've survived 300 years of just being a painting.
No.
And finally your time comes, you're hanging in a museum.
Burn
and
it?
then some 27-year-old jackass steals you, hangs you in his attic, and then his mom sets you on fire. Like, that's... that sucks! Surprisingly, Anne and Stefan's relationship also went up in flames. They ended up breaking up. And even after they'd broken up, Stefan backed up Anne's story in court and said she had nothing to do with his thievery, which is so romantic. At the end of the day, Stefan spends 4 years in jail, which is honestly a pretty good deal for having robbed almost 200 different places. Not bad. Stefan never carried a gun or injured anyone in his heists. And because in Europe, the cost of the art doesn't affect the prison sentence, therefore, he's not going to get a really long prison sentence, is he? For the legal system, there's essentially no difference between mass-produced posters and Renaissance masterpieces. So that's why his sentencing was so low. Stefan's mom, she ends up spending a few months in jail for her part in the destruction of the art, and ends up spending one single night in jail. By the time Stefan is free, I mean, she's already with another guy, moved on, pregnant, you know? Good for her. So maybe the lesson here is never steal just because someone you like tells you to. I don't know. To this day, Stefan holds the record for number of pieces stolen and number of places stolen from. Yeah, he's a big deal in the art thievery heist world in his own special way, you know? In just 1 year, he was responsible for half of all the paintings stolen in France. And during his 6 years in action, he averaged one theft every 2 weeks. That's impressive. He's got good work ethic. According to the director of London's Art Loss Register, more than 99% of art thieves are motivated by profit rather than beauty, which honestly makes a lot of sense probably to most of us. Which is why most people also get caught, because they're trying to sell the piece almost as soon as they've snatched it. But I guess not Stefan. He was that special 1%. Stealing for the love of the art. Now, this next art heist, it's the biggest art heist to ever go down in history. And this one is a head scratcher because the motivation behind it, we don't know what it is. Nobody knows. And it almost seems like they did it just to do it. It's wild. Now, this is an art heist that has frustrated law officials, confused art scholars, and probably inspired other thieves to follow in their footsteps. And this all took place on March 18, 1990. I'm talking about the Boston art heist, aka the Gardner robbery. Now, the museum in question is a place called the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. And girl, in the months before it was robbed, she was kind of asking for it. Oh, that's not right to say, but kind of. By that I mean security was at an all-time low and not a top priority. Isabella Stewart, the woman who had created and funded the museum, left super strict policies about what should happen to her museum after she died. So number one was to not rearrange the artwork. It doesn't matter if she's dead. If you move it, she will find out and haunt you, okay? Number two, no items were to be sold or brought into the museum, so the outside public knew exactly what was in that damn museum at all times. It wasn't just Isabella's super strict will about the artwork that was holding back the museum either. There was also the dusty-ass board of directors who had to approve anything new coming into the museum. And worst of all, the Gardner Museum was running low on funds and essentially falling apart. There was no climate control system, which is key for museums because certain temperatures can affect how the art is preserved. And the museum had terrible security. There was just a bunch of underpaid guards, literally kind of just sitting, eating. Yeah. It was said that the security system was so bad that it was a running joke among the guards. But still, the people in charge of the museum didn't really take the security concerns seriously. Then, in 1982, the FBI reaches out to the museum to let them know they were about to get robbed blind. Apparently, the FBI stopped the robbery just in time, but they wanted the museum to know that they had some major security issues they needed to figure out. So the museum board decided to actually, invest in better security. They hired a team of experts to figure out.
I mean, damn. Yeah. You should have done that before. Good lord. Okay, so nails are done. If I can get it to focus. You can't see how sparkly it is. It's so pretty. Okie dokie.
Figure out what they needed. They recommended 60 infrared motion detectors. You know, those red lines from spy movies. They got Dodge. And they also suggested installing a television security system connected to 4 cameras that would surround the museums. And more guards were hired, but the museum refused to raise their salaries. So I'm guessing their guards weren't exactly like the most qualified. But the board decided to cut corners on one very important feature: cameras inside the damn building. The board said, no, we don't need cameras inside the building. That would be too expensive. I mean, it was honestly like they were putting a sign that said, steal my art, like in front of the museum, you know? It was bound to happen. And boy, on March 18th, 1990, it sure did. So it was the early hours of St. Patrick's Day. So people were going wild. Everyone is Irish. Around 12:30 a.m., things started to go down. There were several guards working at the Gardner Museum, doing their usual thing, running the security desk, patrolling with flashlights, chatting on walkie-talkies. You know, walkie-talkies are so fun. Then out of nowhere, fire alarms started sounding off in different rooms of the museums. They were running around trying to figure out what's going on. There's no smoke. It was just a bunch of false alarms. Or was it? Then, around 1:20 a.m., the security desk got a ring at their front door. It was 2 men in uniforms. Let's call them Bert and Ernie. Because at this moment, we don't know their names. No one ever solved this one, by the way. Sorry to spoil it. The police sketches of them literally look like Bert and Ernie on screen. Tell me I'm wrong. Exactly. So these 2 told the museum security guards that they were investigating a quote-unquote disturbance. Even though the museum security guards had no idea what they were talking about, it was St. Patrick's Day. I mean, they're like, sure, maybe there's something crazy going on and they just need to do their job. So the officers tell the security guards that they need to gather the rest of the guards in the museum. And as soon as everyone was in the same room, surprise, Bert and Ernie handcuffed everyone. They told them that they weren't officers, they were thieves.
Oh my God.
And literally said, quote, gentlemen, this is a robbery.
Holy shit. Holy shit. They got them good. Got them good. Excuse me? Now that we have had you all gathered here. What?
End quote. They ended up duct taping the guards' eyes, and then put duct tape around their hands, and then led them to the museum basement where they handcuffed them to steam pipes. So the thieves end up taking their wallets and threaten them, saying like, we know where you live, so you better not say anything, or else. And then they added, hey, if you guys don't tell police about what happened tonight, you can expect a reward in about 1 year. They're making some kind of promise, whatever. After that, Bert and Ernie, they got to stealing, and they were very specific about where they went in the museum. They first entered the Dutch room on the 2nd floor, and as they entered the room, the museum's notification system started going off. So they smash it and start their mad grab. They grabbed 2 paintings, they lifted them off the wall, and immediately they throw them on the ground, shattering their glass frames. And then they pulled out one of those like sharp X-Acto knife blades and cut the paintings out of the shattered frames so they'd be easier to transport. I know that part like made me cringe because they cut the literal canvas. Oh, such a bummer. They moved throughout the Gardner Museum, taking irreplaceable Degas sketches, Rembrandt and oil paintings on canvas, wood, and ancient Chinese artifacts. As soon as they got what they wanted, the 2 booked it and they were out of there. On the way out of the museum, Bert and Ernie made a quick stop to check on the security guards that were locked.
Why they look so Chad? Chad, Bert, and Ernie. What the fuck?
Locked in the basement. And they were like, hey, you guys, are you good down there? All right. And then, yeah. You know, so that was really nice of them. Good for them. Anyway, Bert and Ernie make their last stop on the way out of the museum to take the security tapes, which back then would have been like, you know, the fat VHSs. And they also took a hard drive with all the motion sensor data to try and like cover their tracks. They exit through the side entrance doors and boof, they were gone. Probably heading back to good old Sesame Street. and they were never heard from again. I mean, all in all, the robbery took 81 minutes, and they stole an estimated $500 million worth of paintings, making
fuck.
it the biggest art heist in history.
$500,000? It's pretty impressive, dude. Holy shit. Just by pretending to be fucking pigs. Wow.
You guys did it! Congratulations! The case to this day remains unsolved, and there have never been any arrests made, and none of the art has ever been recovered. Epstein's Island, I bet you. So in 2013, the FBI actually revealed that they did have 2 suspects in mind, but they died shortly after the heist. Bummer. There were also some investigations done into tracing the art, which was suspected to have disappeared through the black market. But even if that were the case, many believe the art would have showed up by now, and it hasn't. To this day, there's a $10 million reward being offered to anyone who has information to help recover this art. I know, I'm like, what's that phone number? What? I'll paint it real quick. So why would Bert and Ernie do it? Experts who analyzed the heist say it made no sense. None of it makes sense. First of all, the way they knifed the art out of the frames and smashed the glass, it's something not ideal to do. You know, if you really care about the art, you wouldn't do that. It's a pretty...
I mean, at the very least, to preserve the value if you're trying to sell it.
Selfish move. And the collection of the art was so random when you put it together. They couldn't have been commissioned to steal it, and if they were selling it to the black market, they probably would have taken way more and different pieces that were more expensive. I don't know, who knows? To this day, it all remains a mystery. They just took the most random pieces of art, and nobody knows why or just why. Most experts agree on one thing. Bert and Ernie had no motivation to steal the art. Now that's a real unsolved mystery. Hey, you two. Good for you. You did it. So yeah, I became a little obsessed about reading about these wild art thefts. And as I kept digging and digging, I came across this last one. And honestly, it's my favorite because of how it all ended and the motivation behind it. The day is Sunday, April 27th, 2003, and we are in Manchester, England. You sound like you're from London. It was a typical spring day. Flowers blooming, lovers smooching. But inside the Whitworth Art Gallery, known simply as the Whitworth, it was all about to go down. So it's early in the morning, and the staff at the museum are getting all set up to open their doors to the public. As they're walking through the museum, they stop dead in their tracks, and then their jaws hit the floor. That's because 3 paintings were just straight up gone. Boof. Vanished. And these weren't just finger paintings done by like a local kid. These pieces were prized possessions of the Whitworth. They were done by Van Gogh, Picasso, Gauguin, and their estimated value was $1.6 million. The staff hauls ass to the telephone and gets the Greater Manchester Police on the phone, who starts an investigation. But this turns out to be one of the shortest investigations of all time, because that same day, the Manchester Police luck out and get an anonymous tip into the whereabouts of these priceless paintings. Acting on the info from the tip, the police show up to this boarded up, creepy outdoor public bathroom. Must have smelled too. And it was less than a quarter mile from the museum. It was literally right down the road. So the police surrounded the boarded up bathroom. They break into it and search the place from top to bottom. Now that's when they find a cardboard tube near the toilet. It rained all the night before, so the cardboard tube was soggy and wet and moist. Ugh. And, huge problem, because stuffed inside that tube were those $1 million missing paintings. Yeah, and they were just not in great shape. So the cops handed over to some museum experts for restoration. Now, listen to this. Right next to the tube, the cops also found a note. And this note explained everything. It said, quote, "The intention was not to steal, only to highlight the woeful security," end quote. Translation: your security sucks. Fix it. You're welcome. Now, I Googled around to see if they ever caught these thieves, and they never did. They never catch these guys, because a thief was trying to make a point and not trying to make a profit. But normally investigators don't catch lucky breaks like this. Art thieves typically want to keep the things they're stealing, but usually it takes years of hard work and investigating to catch art thieves. And the most important thing is that an investigator has a good reason to go after them, solid motivation. And one man based in New York has exactly that. I'd like to introduce you to Colonel Matthew Bogdanos. This guy is real life G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe! Body massage. Do you guys remember that?
Body massage.
Body massage.
No.
He was a Marine
don't.
and served for 13 years
What the fuck
before
is
he
that?
went on to get his law degree. Good for him. In 2003, the United States invaded Iraq High. The entire strategy was called a shock and awe military campaign, and it means exactly what it says. During all the explosions and confusions, bands of looters saw their golden opportunity. While everyone was distracted, the looters broke into Iraq's National Museum in Baghdad and began stealing everything they could get their hands on. I mean, paintings, statues, artifacts, you name it. They targeted literally anything of value. Kind of like supermarket sweep. They were just going down there like getting those hams, the diapers. They were always getting tons of diapers on that show. So when the colonel watched all this stuff play out, all the art theft going on, he said, quote, "It just hit me in my gut like a body blow. This stuff matters. It matters forever." It's funny because he's watching like a war go on and people blow up. And he's like, this matters. It matters forever. And once it's gone, it's gone, end quote. I mean, good for him. Someone's got to care about the art,
Yeah. I mean, care about the art, but also maybe care about the people. Oh, shit. No.
Forever. It's funny because he's watching like a war go on and people blow up. And he's like, this matters. It matters forever. And once it's gone, it's gone, end quote. I mean, good for him. Someone's got to care about the art, Sure. So the colonel rounded up about a dozen counterterrorism agents, jumped into some military vehicles, and said, let's save the art, because that is our priority. They drove into downtown Baghdad, where the colonel and his crew set up shop in the museum's library. After that, they secured the windows and the doors, and they put the whole place on lockdown. They planned and carried out armed raids that recovered thousands of pieces over the next few months. And the colonel went on to write a book about it, and he received a bunch of medals and awards for his work. I'm not laughing at him, sorry. I'm just giggling. So the colonel gets back to America. He goes to work in the district attorney's office in Manhattan, New York. This is where he gets the nickname the Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide. Yeah. So he gets this nickname because attorneys he went up against said that he was intense, aggressive, and would do anything to win his cases. And nobody wanted to go up against him in court. At the district attorney's office, the colonel created what he has come to be known as Antiquities Trafficking Unit. This Sunday on CBS, Law and Order, Antiquities Tracking Unit. Dun dun. Now, this unit is one of a kind. It's a crew of attorneys, federal agents, investigators, art specialists, and analysts who track down people who try to steal art and sell it for profit. And this brings the colonel to the doorstep of New York's museum's wealthiest collectors and high-end auction houses where they buy and sell stuff legally. Quotations around legally. Over the past 10 years, the colonel and the ATU have investigated and recovered more than 3,600 pieces of art and antiquities. In total, are worth more than $200 million. He's busted down doors at art fairs.
That's crazy.
Arrested art dealers and 5-star.
That's dope. They're finally getting it back eventually. Next step, repatriate the art that we stole from other countries. Would be cool.
Hotels, and even stopped bougie auctions at places like Sotheby's and Christie's. I think of him as Dog the Bounty Hunter, but for art. Yeah. One time, the colonel and his team raided a Christie's auction that was
Bob Ross, the bounty hunter? Huh?
Happening in Rockefeller Center. So they swoop to this bougie-ass ballroom where a guy is talking way too fast. Do I hear $50? $50,000 for the horse? The woman with the white. Do I hear it? And you're like, yeah. Same. And then boof goes the door. The colonel and his crew are like, stop that sale! Swiper, no swipey! So as you can imagine, the wealthy types aren't big fans of the colonel's work because they're the ones buying the black market art, you know? But the colonel knew that these were the type of people that he needed to make an example out of. None of them really cared how they got their art. They didn't even care if it was technically illegal. They just wanted it. So the colonel's teams said, quote, it showed us the world we're dealing with, like these very wealthy, very powerful, very connected people, some of whom think the law just doesn't apply to them, end quote. I mean, hello, yeah, we agree. And it wasn't just oil paintings. He even set up a sting operation at a coin convention in 2012. Yeah, he was going after coins. Dang,
What?
I mean, someone's got to look out for the coin.
Coins? Are they that valuable? I don't know. I guess.
I guess the colonel and 10 officers raided the Waldorf Astoria and arrested a guy for trying to sell a stolen rare coin from 400 BC. Holy crap. I mean, he was trying to sell this coin for 300 grand. That's why I'm always looking on the ground because you never know what kind of penny you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I'm always getting the change. I'm like, penny. You never know.
It's
I
so
do
old.
that shit. I don't give a shit. You drop your change, I'll...
Yeah, that's rare as fuck. Dude, that's so old. What, did she say 400 BC? No.
Holy crap. I mean, he was trying to sell this coin from Astoria and arrested a guy for trying to sell a stolen rare coin from 400 BC. Holy crap.
BC?
I mean, he was trying to sell this coin.
That's old as fuck, dude. Oh my god. How the hell did he get this?
Coin for 300 grand. That's why I'm always looking on the ground because you never know what kind of penny you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying? I'm always getting the change. I'm like, penny. You never know. I do that shit. I don't give a shit. You drop your change, I'll pick it up. Thank you. And even just a few years ago in 2018, the colonel and his unit uncovered a gold coffin of an Egyptian priest on display at the Met Museum in New York. It was looted and stolen from Egypt. And there's this great picture of Kim Kardashian posing next to it at the Met Gala. I think she looks great. This coffin is like 6 feet tall and wrapped in pure, shiny gold. But you can just tell this Egyptian coffin is like, it's priceless. And it caught the attention of the colonel because a smuggler who was also an informant gave him a hot tip that the coffin was stolen. So the colonel opened an investigation that uncovered that the Met actually got the coffin for $4 million, even though, like, they knew it was shady. There was a bunch of red flags, like who they were buying it from. He also found that museum employees allegedly deleted emails at the art dealer's request, trying to cover what their tracks look like. Because of the colonel, the coffin was returned to Egypt in 2019. And along with Egypt, the colonel's investigations have returned art and antiques to a bunch of other countries like Greece, Pakistan, Italy, and India. Long live Mr. Worldwide. I mean, Pitbull. To this day, he is investigating and locking up traffickers and returning art to where it belongs. And it gives Robin Hood of art. Now, this episode raises a bunch of interesting questions. For example, where does art belong? The thieves we mentioned earlier think they should have it, either for love or for money, or some sense of entitlement. Most of us would probably say art belongs in a museum, right? So the public can access it or study it. And then people like the colonel think like it's got to be the right museum, specifically in the country where it came from would be ideal. But then if that's the case, what are they going to do about big-ass museums like the British Museum that's mostly made up of art that was low-key stolen? Are they just going to give it back? They're not just going to give it back. Come on.
Yeah. Give it back. Yes. Give it back and fill it with British artists. I don't know. Is it that crazy? I don't think it's that crazy.
It would be petty. Real petty. I don't know, some people were like, hey, maybe the art should go back to the descendants of the people who originally owned it, which is an interesting thought. I don't know, it's just a good question, like where does art belong? Anyways, I would love to know your guys' opinions down below in the comment section or anywhere really, because where does art belong? And let's keep an eye out for that art that's worth like 10 million if you find it. Keep your eyes peeled, everyone. This is a real scavenger hunt. find that art. Well, everyone, thank you for learning with me today. Remember, don't be afraid to ask questions and be curious, because life is short and why not? Now, I'd love to hear your guys' reactions to this story, so make sure to use the hashtag Dark History over on social media so I can see what you guys are saying. Join me over on my YouTube where you can watch these episodes on Thursday after the podcast.
Too late. Beat you to it. What about that? What then?
How we doing, huh? Nice to be here. This is sick. Love Chicago. Great town. Really nice town. Kind of place where a fat man is respected in this town. You know what I mean? You guys have fat authority figures in this city. Fat man in a suit, that, you know what I mean? It's not played for comedic effect here. No, he's a judge in Chicago. I love it, dude. The kind of place you guys probably use the word pipsqueak a lot. You know what I mean? Like, a skinny man, that's the fucking piece of shit in Chicago. Pencil neck. You probably call people pencil neck.
Oh my God.
What a great place. Yeah, it's nice. I'm sad your hilarious little mayor's got to go away. That sucks. Just visually one of the funniest people of all time.
Brutal.
Really awesome. You'd think somebody that looks like that would have to be competent. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see someone like that, you're like, well, obviously she must be the best politician and mayor of all time. You gotta be, like, technically a savant to reach this high a level.
Bro! What the fuck? That's so mean. What the fuck, Stubby?
Surely you can't be just a horrendous mayor and look that funny as well. Like, on paper, you have, like, okay, for example, I have a sexy doctor, right? My doctor's he's a piece of ass, I'll be honest. And I go to the doctor and I was like, hey, I'm not feeling great. I'm like, can I just do like a physical? He's like, yeah, great. And so I'm like, all right, can you give me the results? He's like, no problem, I'll call you. It's like, all right, that's kind of weird, you're gonna call me? So he calls me and he's like, you're all good? And I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm all good? Can I see like a printout? He's like, nah, you're all set, no worries. You're no problems. I'm like, come on, something's up. You know what I mean? But that's the thing,
real.
He's sexy, right? A sexy person doesn't have to be good, right? They get by, right? Like, I want a fucked up look. Like, if you had to pick a doctor, you would want someone who is, honestly, you would pick somebody that has gone through adversity, right? You would pick a little bug-eyed black lesbian, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God.
You would pick someone who society treats bad. Because you'd think if she can get through med school, she must be the best doctor of all time. And that's what I would think in terms of politics as well, right? And then shout out to Lori Lightfoot, just like, nah, you can be like ugly and fucking bad at your job and succeed. So, in many ways, I'm sad to see her go as like a scion for the stupidest and ugliest in society. Yeah. You got a Greek guy running for me? He seems like the one not to vote for, from what I've been here for like a couple days. And I'm like, nah, I don't trust that Greek. That guy's, there's no way a Greek business, I don't know, like, just off of what I know about Greek businessmen, you don't want that guy running your city. He's gonna use the fucking city funds to add like an addition to his house. He's gonna take like special ed funds and build a pool. You know what I mean? You don't want a Greek businessman being your mayor. You know what I'm saying? No 15-year-old hostess is safe if a Greek businessman. That's a city. You let a fucking old Greek guy run your town, he is sexually harassing everyone.
Oh my God. Bro. Not his best work. Not his best work. It was kind of a weird one.
Hey everyone. My dad keeps getting mad at me because I keep leaving the closet door open in my videos, and he'll text me and he keeps telling me I gotta close it.
I hope you're happy, Dad. I hope you're happy.
Everyone knows that for Zoomers in the new age of social media, it's harder than ever to find a person for you. Technically, it's easier than ever because we are connected to so many people, but people seem to find out that these dating apps aren't working out very well. People spend all day on these apps looking for somebody. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. We know these apps better than we know our own parents. If you can't find someone through a dating app that's supposed to match you up with your perfect lover, then you might as well go to TikTok, where all those standards and preferences go out the window. Anyone can join now. Anybody can go on a date with you face to face on TikTok Live. All of that to say that there's this new trend on TikTok where people will hold a sign up that will say, I'm not talking until a guy or a girl that's my type joins. They want to wait. They want to take a vow of silence until the hot guy or girl or person of their dreams is face to face with them. But no kissing yet. You can't kiss on the TikTok Live. They haven't added that feature yet. And according to people that I talk to and Twitter, a lot of people think that this is a little bit corny. Holding up a sign and then, you know, asking questions, like pulling up a sign that's like, how tall are you? What's your favorite
Why won't you just talk? I hate it. Why?
favorite color? Do you suck toes? We'll get back to that one. So I go check it out for myself. The first TikTok Live I go to, this girl is already talking to the guy. So he's already won the meta game. And now he just has to go for the final prize, which is, you know, acquiring the woman. But of course, as all situations go, when you just invite a stranger to FaceTime you out of nowhere, it's like very strange to watch.
I got you to talk, though. What's up?
Your whole chest is tatted?
Yeah. I'm about to get my arms tatted, though.
Okay. How tall are you again?
I'm 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
There's something like very off about the tone when it comes to the questions she's asking. It feels like she's like auditioning him for something. I guess it's for her love.
You got some tattoos?
No, I don't. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you like, what's up with you? How old are you?
So awkward.
It also made me realize how boring people try to be when they're meeting someone that they're interested in just because they want to seem like mysterious or cool or something.
Where you live at?
California.
Damn. So it's like 11 o'clock over there or something?
It's 10:41.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's just your personality, but is that like exciting to see in a person that you're meeting for the first time that you are like interested in? Do you like when the person is like so boring? Maybe that's just their personalities and I'm just insulting them, but I think that there are real people behind these screens. It's also like this weird world where you can suddenly be face to face talking to a person across the world while you're still like shirtless in your mom's basement, but you have to try to have the charisma of like a college jock at the bar.
Okay, I got a question for you. You got the gyats?
Little booties don't matter?
They do, but I'm asking you a question. Wait, can you stand up real quick?
That's a crazy question to ask to a complete stranger in front of 3,000 people, but yeah, I guess there's no rules. And you have like people commenting live about what's going on, about what you're saying, what you look like, how good your riz is. That's what they're saying now. Commenters on YouTube are like angels when you compare it to TikTok Live commenters, because they don't have a filter. There's no consequences. They just spit out whatever they're thinking at the time.
Wait, can you stand up real quick?
You didn't stand up, so no.
I just want to see how tall you are, honestly.
I want to see how tall you were too, but you didn't stand up, so no.
Oh my gosh.
The whole like, you gotta do this. Can you stand up? Can you spin around? It seems like actual like middle school, like something I would do in middle school. But no, these people are like adults.
It's like fucking Omegle. Oh my god, like the beginning days of Omegle. Before it was all just dicks.
These are like grown adults. So then another person joined, and of course it like went as well as you'd expect it to. It was pretty quiet at first.
Oh, I'm 21, 6 feet. Hell yeah. I eat it up. Yeah.
I don't get how people feel comfortable asking and answering these questions. Like, this is my job to be on camera and be
Yeah, that's a
comfortable
lot.
doing stuff, and I wouldn't even do that. And these people are just like everyday people that aren't filming themselves and talking to people every day
Crazy.
online. I don't know how any of you have the bravery to do that. It took me years.
You speak Spanish? Sí. Speak some Spanish? Sí. Despacito.
But then I tried to look at other lives that had the same title. And a lot of these
Despacito.
lives are like people who say they're doing the trend, and then you click on it and suddenly I'm in this massive like group FaceTime with all these people talking about nothing. They never talk about anything. They're all sitting there, and every once in a while they'll say something about the fact that they're on TikTok.
I don't care.
What is happening?
If anyone ever comes in your comment section and says, "Can y'all support genocide?" that's very bad. Don't ever say that.
I did find these two
That's
people that
very
honestly like
bad.
hit it off the first time they were chatting with each other.
Why do I want to see your skinny ass legs?
I'm 25. 1997.
I'm goddamn 25. You told me you was 20.
I'm 20, but I can teach you like I can treat you like I'm 25.
And then I joined a live stream where like right away the guy was like doing push-ups for the girl.
10 years?
I think I was more than 10.
And she seemed like honestly interested in him despite the fact that he badly needed a haircut, even though I should not be the one talking right now. But then like while she was trying to ask him more questions, he got like mad at the audience for making fun of his push-ups, so he like went back and did more push-ups.
Somebody said weak push-ups, so I'll do diamond push-ups, which are pretty hard if you were to try them.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
All the way to the ground. Two. Oh, it doesn't fucking fold.
And then this guy came on the live that didn't even seem like a real guy. He seemed like he was some AI dude, like someone wrote him as a character.
I am Eduardo. I am from Costa Rica, and I'm 33 years old.
Hola, Eduardo.
And then sometimes during TikTok live, there's just like this loud applause sound that like blasts through your speaker as if there's like a live audience watching. But sometimes you find someone in a very
Jesus.
lucky scenario where the perfect person shows up on their live. And it's like, I mean, how could it get better than this? Of course they're going to fall in love. Unfortunately, I don't think she realized how lucky she was. You know, she might never get that chance again.
So true.
Oh, I guess she is getting that lucky chance again.
No.
Good for her. Go ahead. Nope. You know,
What?
people don't know what they missed until they missed it. Okay? Of course, you know I had to try this for myself, so I go back to that original live stream and I request to join, you know? Hopefully I can...
Dude, this is a fucking nightmare. I've never even really watched TikTok lives. Like, what is going on? What's going on over there?
Riz this girl.
Hello. Was that a manly voice? Okay. Okay, so what? What's next? What's next? I'm 23.
Red flag?
6. 3. 6 4. Oh, yep. I had some this morning. 360. Whoa, what is
And you know, I got nervous. It's not a big deal. It happens to everybody. At least the guy who goes after me can maybe have a lucky shot. Maybe he's the right one.
Why is it not letting me show my camera? Hey. There you go. 27. 35.8. Are you a month? Don't really know what that means exactly, but I don't know. Do you eat? Oh, I'd say yes.
I think he did a pretty good job. I really do. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. Email me at nickisnotgreenmerch@gmail.com if you have ideas for topics and stories that I can cover on this channel. You should check out my main channel if you want to see some funny videos that I've been making recently. I think they're awesome. And come say hi to me on Instagram and Twitter at nickisnotgreen. Comment on my newest Instagram post that you thought my video was good, because it'll make me feel better later, okay? And my podcast is back, the Fellowship Covenant podcast. I talked to Jarvis Johnson this week about existentialism and death.
That's a really good podcast. Don't be thrown off by the religious imagery. It's not a cult. I'm pretty tired. It's gonna be it for me. I don't know if I'll have time to come on tomorrow, but I'll try my best. Otherwise, I'll see you on Monday. Have a good one. Happy Easter.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. What the fuck? Okay, that's my PTOS. What the fuck? Okay. All right. I don't know, but that was